Apologies. So there should be sound there. What I was saying is I'm watching on my phone as well. So if you see me looking down, I'm actually looking at my phone and the chat on my phone, but I can't see my other screen. So even if, let me put that onto big screen, there will be a delay, but I can't see that at all. Or I can actually, and getting some feedback off it. So I can see it on this screen, but I can't see it on my other screen. So that's fine. I can turn that off if I can remember how to do this. So bear with me. There you go. Let's turn that one off and just put that one on. So bizarrely, I cannot turn my phone down completely, and I don't know why. So I cannot turn my. I can hear myself on the phone. There you go. That's better. So I can't get in. I can't get into chat on this. Bear with me, guys. I'll work it out in a minute, but I can't get into any chat on this. So I'm going to come off the phone actually, and it's went in on incognito. I probably should have gone in a different way, but let's remove this one completely. No, I'll leave it on because I might go back to that. So you should have sound now. Yeah, I'd got my mic muted, that was all. Mickey's going to grab a beer. Yeah, new streaming app. Hi Joff, how are you? So I'm not sure if anyone wants to join me. I can definitely drop the link into the chat if anybody wants to join me. But I've got sort of a bit of a plan for today. I don't know how it's going to go. We can give it a try. A lot will depend on how many we get in chat, and I'm drinking up a little fresh mug. So my missus swears blind it's a Robin, but it's not. So yeah, new streaming app. Yeah, let's copy this link then. Let's copy that. Put that in there. So I'm not sure if I can see. Oh yeah, I can. So are there any messages from Facebook? So I can look in the chat, and I think the messages come up, and it tells me in the messages. Probably shouldn't have posted that link to Facebook, but I have to let you in anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so this stream for the first time I've never done this before. We're streaming to my Facebook page and to YouTube at the same time, and then at a later point, what we can potentially do is if we invite guests on, guests can actually share it to their own locations. At the moment, because my channel's small, I'm not really mad keen on doing that, just simply because we've got such a small community. If people watch on your channel and somebody else's channel and somebody else's channel, who would normally watch mine anyway, then I don't get any of the watch time for that. So we'll have to see how that goes. But definitely at some point we can do it so that it gets shared. I'm just keeping an eye on that. Thanks, Charlotte. So we've currently got 6 in chat. I'll have to hide behind here, look. Oh look, I'm steaming. So yeah, the background's just some AI things that I did. But what I'm hoping to do on here is maybe do a test for the 28th, and I've got to be a little bit careful because I'm streaming to Facebook as well, if that makes sense. Hi Kim, I saw your short of your new spiders, so looking forward to seeing the videos of those. And my camera's flipped, which it doesn't really matter really. Oh, just an AI one, Charlotte. I've got so what they are is I pay for vidIQ, and within vidIQ you can what's that one? It's the one I'm on. Yeah, within vidIQ you can create thumbnails. So this one here is let's have a look. So virtual backgrounds. We're on that one, aren't we? What's this one? There we go. Let's use that one. So different backgrounds, some dodgy glowfish. I think actually that this, I could be wrong. I think that one that I've just changed it to is one behind, so somebody's dropping food on my head. Hi Keith. Rob. So let's give it a few minutes and see if we can get a few numbers up. Hi Branton. What's really good about this is because I'm streaming to Facebook and to YouTube, on the chat it's actually got an icon next to each of your logos to tell me if the comments come from YouTube or Facebook. Never streamed to Facebook before ever, and I'll probably get a page ban after this one, who knows. But we'll have to see. Yeah, I saw Rob sent me a photo and they'd settled down a bit, those discus waves. They are really nice. They'll colour up. It'll just take them a day or so to get settled in. And they, when I had them, if anyone walked by the tank, they were sort of panicking. But after a while, problem with ChatGTP. I'm not sure if you can. So I've had a go at creating logos with, not logos, but sort of backgrounds and stuff with AI with the Microsoft one, but you can't use it commercially. Yeah, so I'm not streaming from either. I'm streaming from Restreamly, and I'm actually pushing the stream out from Restream to Facebook and to I'm not sure, I definitely can. So I think that the comments that come up are Facebook comments and YouTube comments, because I can see both, and I'm assuming I can see what you guys can see. I did have a play with putting my phone up to see where the delay was, and even with the start up there was about a 40-second delay, which is going to be interesting, I think. Bloody internet, man. So did that disconnect for you guys? Yeah, I think OBS is, well, I've not tried OBS, but this was pretty easy, to be honest. You literally just go into OBS and click your channels in. So Keith's just commented on Facebook, hello. So can you guys see that? comments on YouTube. So can you see Aquatic Fanatics UK with a comment of hello? I really need to change where this webcam is. Yeah, I lost connection. I've got the cable to hardwire. I need to run the cable from where my desk is to the router. I've had it ages, 15-meter cable, pre-made with ends on and stuff. So I need to hardwire it. I'm with Virgin on a 500 meg connection, and it's rubbish. I'm definitely going to get hold of them. I'm definitely going to get hold of them when my contract ends, and say, look, you either need to sort this out or I'm gone. But so I asked the question. Keith's put a couple of comments on. Hi, Gunter. Keith's put a couple of comments on. So Keith's watching on Facebook. Aquatics Fanatics. There should be a comment that says hello, and a comment that says I'm on Facebook. In fact, I can put that up on screen. Look. So can you guys see that in the YouTube comment stream? So there is no chat. There is no chat on Facebook, just comments, I'm assuming. And subtitles. Yeah, no worries, Rob. Yeah, my nipper games, but I'll bypass him because I'll set it so that the see, it's glitching now. I'll set it so that the wired takes precedence over Wi-Fi for bandwidth. No, well, there's no comments on, so you definitely can't see them on Facebook. Keith's gone onto the Facebook page and commented, but there are no comments per se. There's only subtitles, and I think you can drop a comment in the chat. Well, it's not a chat. You can just drop comments rather than live chats like YouTube. I mean, it might be worth at some point looking at. I don't want to do Discord. It's difficult. My lad uses Twitch, and I've never looked at Twitch, but it could be another option. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it uses, it's designed for streaming, isn't it? 900 up and down. Yeah, that's brilliant. I can't get that. I know in the South Coast, I know somebody who's living down in Exmouth, and but 900 up and down is absolutely amazing, and that's a good price as well. But they're doing some work here on our network on Wednesday again, so I think there's issues. I definitely think there's issues with the Virgin connections around here and whatever infrastructure they've got. Get on Twitch, boss. Yeah, Discord's horrible. It's not easy to use. It's not user friendly. Yep. Yeah, definitely. And I've actually got 3 networks. So I've split it into 3 networks. I've got a guest network that's on 2.4. I've got a 2.4 network with a different SSID to the 5 gig network. So yeah, I have done splits, and they're totally separate password, separate names, separate passwords. Here we go.
Hi.
Hiya. So yours is loads clearer than mine.
My phone doesn't want to go straight on the tripod though. Hey, there we go.
I think so. I've got a 500 meg connection, and on Wi-Fi, but it might be because there's loads of other things connected. So I've got loads of tech, smart tech, that's connected on the 2.4. I get about 300 max up and about 300 down and about 25 to 30 up, and I'm supposed to be getting 500 and 100 or something like that, and I never do. And all they say when you ring them is, "Oh, we've checked your equipment. There's nothing wrong with it. It's because you've got so many things connected." Well, that's all.
That's rubbish. Have they given you a refund on what they've not been providing? Because even if you're using all those things combined, it should be at least one of them is hitting that level.
Well, what they say is, "What have you got wired?" So they can't guarantee the Wi-Fi, but they can guarantee the connection. And if you plug it in, you get 512. Yeah.
I don't know. That doesn't sound right to me.
So I've got literally here in front of me. I don't know if it'll pick up, but I've literally got in front of me.
Have you tried a Wi-Fi booster and putting the booster in your room?
I'm in the room where the router is.
Oh.
It's behind me. Well, I need to run this along skirting up and round the door frame to get to the router, hence why this is so long. But probably got my address on there, but don't know. And I've actually got a full reel of cable down in the shed that I need to get out, because my plan was to run. There's a lot of stuff like walls and stuff in the way between the router and the shrimp room, and what my plan was to run cable in and actually buy a secondary router and run a secondary router, a proper router.
You don't need a secondary router, you just need a Wi-Fi booster, and it's like a little box, and it takes Wi-Fi and
I don't want it that way, because if I do it that way, that's still being shared by everything. Right. Whereas if I do it as a separate router, I can completely connect just the shrimp room to that router.
But then you can pay for two.
Well, I haven't, because I'm running one router off the first router.
Right.
And it's hardwired.
Yeah.
So out the back of the.
Will that not just decrease the amount the first router's putting out though?
Yeah, but I ain't bothered once I'm in the shrimp room. That's the whole point. I can hardwire this. I can pull off the whatever. To be honest, in the house, there's not a massive amount. There's a couple of phones. There's some lights, but
you're already prioritising where the router goes directly first.
No, because I can't on the Virgin router. It's horrific.
So there's this. I'd have to find it for you, but you can go on the internet and connect directly to your Wi-Fi router and tell it what to prioritise.
Oh, I can't do that.
Oh. I used to be on Virgin. I'll see if I can get Stuart to send me the link so you can see if you can maybe.
I know what it is. It's an IP address. It's 192.168.0.1.
Right.
So I can get into it, but there's no. It doesn't let you prioritise anything.
Sounds like they've done something to your Wi-Fi, like they've capped it or restricted it.
I think so. I have had in the past. I've had it where. Sorry, this is an Aquatic's channel, and we're chatting about routers. Look at him. I have had it in the past where there was too much boost, and they had to put a device in to throttle it.
Right, they need to probably remove that then.
I can do that.
Yeah, see if that helps.
I can do that. I know exactly where that is, and just put.
If there was too much and now there's not enough, I'd remove that.
Yeah. I mean, where the router is, it's not in a bad place, to be honest. I mean, it's under the stairs, so it's sort of not open to the elements, but it's only got wood above it.
Yeah.
It's the connection's not bad. It's the Wi-Fi's just rubbish off it. Could be the router. Could need a completely new router.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I might kick off with them when I think November. My contract ends, and I'm gonna go for more internet, new router, new box, and a guarantee of speeds type thing.
Shop around as well, like look at Sky and other places.
The problem with Sky and everything, we're so far away from the telephone exchange that going on anything that uses BT, and I've got no BT line in here,
Right.
going on anything that uses BT, I'll be lucky to get 128 meg.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're just so far away from the. I even looked at getting a second line put in,
Yeah.
but it's another 30 quid a month that I just don't need. If it's working properly,
That's
I shouldn't need it, you know. And they with Virgin, they always you get good download speeds, but rubbish upload speeds. So if, you know, like a fifth or a sixth or an eighth of upload, and what's the point of that? If you're gaming, you want the same download as upload, and likewise, if you're streaming, you want the same download as upload. Look at the size of that dinner. Well, there's all that. Oh, there's loads of them. How many you got?
So there's a big male who's 10 years old, a 10-year-old female, and then a almost 3-year-old female baby.
Was that their baby?
No, this is separate, bought in to grow up so that I can have a little herd.
Oh, a herd.
Yeah, because he started to get aggressive towards him, so I need to give him a second female to kind of distribute the aggression.
I had a problem with the blue and yellow frogs a while ago, and one was on the glass, on the front glass. I needed to get in there, so I've opened the front glass, went to push it out, and it shot out of the terrarium and dropped, and I managed to catch it in a cup, put my hand under it, put it back in the terrarium.
Yeah.
On that night, its arm was like all buckled up, and I thought, it's broke its arm. I was panicking, but it wasn't. I think they get like dislocated shoulders and stuff.
Yeah, he probably was just being a little bit silly, to be honest. I don't know how to explain it other than frogs
done it again.
Things sometimes.
Done it again. So he's walking.
Again?
Yeah, he's walking around with his arm like proper, like as though it's broke.
I'm wondering if he's not necessarily built the muscles up as well when he was younger or something.
Possibly. I think he's jumped down off a high spot.
Yeah.
I think he's jumped down off a high spot and
just hurt himself a little.
Injured itself, yeah. So I'm missing.
He just have a loose shoulder or a rotator cuff, so it's just coming away.
Yeah, possibly.
Here's these little babies, and I've got their heat bulb plugged in.
4K video upload in no time. Downloading films takes minutes. It's great.
Is that your doggy I can hear?
Yeah, one of them. It's great, and as a retired computer scientist, I find it mind-blowing how fast is the fastest internet. Yeah, I wish I could get 900 up and down, especially for that price. My daughter's on a new estate, so they've got a brand new house on a new estate, and there's like a connectivity box outside her house, and if they want to disconnect you, there's all like underground stuff, and they just connect to the outside of your house. And I think she's on a gig.
Oh, okay.
Internet, but hers ain't all that as well, and I think that's Virgin.
Right.
2.4 is good when you need to access the Wi-Fi from distance. You lose speed. 5 gig is great. Well, I'm waiting for 6 gig because they reckon 6 gig gives you distance and is more stable than 5 gig. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob, thank you so much for that. So, much appreciated. And anything anybody tips or gives to the channel literally sits in a pot and will be used for things for the channel.
Yeah.
So, a new camera, stuff like that. Anything that I've got. So obviously I've got this. At some point, although I'm not a fan, we'll have Facebook super chats and memberships and stuff like that. But with Facebook super chat and memberships, Facebook keeps 35%. YouTube keep 35% of anything you
think that's bad? You know TikTok?
Yeah.
You can go live on TikTok. Someone sends you a gift TikTok, you pay TikTok for the coins to send the gift, so they already get paid once.
Yeah.
You then get sent the gift. TikTok takes 70% of that gift, and you only get 30% of it. So if someone sends you a pound,
70%.
yeah, if someone sends you a pound gift on TikTok, you get 30p.
And then obviously it's taxable as well because it's classed.
TikTok takes so much more than any other platform.
Wow.
Yeah, it's better to get on Twitch and YouTube or Instagram than it is to try and stream on TikTok if you want to make money.
I could have linked this to my. I didn't do it, but I could have also streamed this. My Facebook page and my Instagram page
Yeah.
are
Linked.
linked.
Yeah.
It was a bit trickier. So when I set this up with two channels, it says, "Do you want to also connect your Instagram?" But I couldn't work out how to. I didn't really look into it. I just thought, nah, I'm not that arsed. If I'm honest.
TikTok take the absolute mess. Like a friend of mine made £100 technically on gifts in TikTok the other night, but they only got 30 quid of it.
That's bad, man.
But when you think so like that's £100 worth of like little gifts to send. All of them have been bought via TikTok coins. So TikTok have already received £100 of TikTok coins.
Yeah.
To send £100 worth of gifts, and then they're taking 70% on that. So they're making a 1.7 increase every time.
Well, they're not, because someone's buying the coins and giving you them. They're just giving you back what they've already had.
TikTok are getting paid, say, £100 for these coins to be spent in their platform, and then you spend them in the platform, and TikTok gets 70% off of what's sold. So they are working at like it's more than double almost. Well, it's almost double. Sorry.
I'm trying to think now logically because they've already been paid for something they're taking back.
So like you can't. So in TikTok, the coins are basically virtual. TikTok decide what they're worth each day.
Yeah.
You buy them. If you buy them direct from the website, you get a little discount as the person buying the coins. You then give that coin to your favourite streamer, and your streamer only gets 30% of that coin, and TikTok are taking 70% of it back on. And you can only spend them within TikTok, so it's all locked to TikTok.
So let me get this straight. I give TikTok £100.
Yeah. They give you 100 coins.
Yeah. So let's just call it £100. I give TikTok £100.
Yeah.
Out of that £100, I give you all that £100.
Yeah.
And TikTok keeps £70 of it.
Yeah, and I get 30.
They're still only getting 70% because although you're buying them for £100, you're then giving that £100 to somebody else.
But are they not making a profit on the coins in the first place?
No.
You don't think? I think they do.
Well, if you think about it, if I've got £100 and you give me £100 and I give you 100 tokens.
Yeah.
Right? I've got £100.
But they could choose to make their tokens worth as much or little as possible. So some days.
Yeah, I get what you mean, yeah.
Some days you spend £1, yeah, and you'll get 100 coins. Other days you spend £1 and you get 30 coins.
I'm just
because they basically decide their own
value.
Yeah, their own value. It's their own currency within the thing. So if they work out one coin's worth 50p and they charge you £1,
they've already made 50p on it. Yeah.
Yeah. So then when you then spend that and they get the 70%,
and they get making again. Yeah.
It's crazy when you work it out. We were all sat on someone else's TikTok stream working it out the other night how much they've made of TikTok in the last year and how much TikTok's actually
made. Yeah.
They decided they're changing over to Twitch after that stream. Because you get paid a lot more through Twitch. They don't take as much.
I wonder how much Spudman makes.
Crazy.
Let's go through some of these. So Lee's put magnets will ruin the Wi-Fi. So the only real magnets that we've got are the air pumps that I use run on electromagnetic bellows. So your air pumps do this.
Yeah.
On bellows, but they're very low in the room.
Rob would like you to turn my mic up if you're able to.
Turn yours up.
That's what he said.
Try that.
Is that better, Rob?
Rob says, why does mine sound like I'm in the toilet? Because I am. Sitting there logging out as we speak. Let me catch up with this chat.
This is why he's got a background on, Rob, because he's actually in the bathroom on the
why does your mic sound like you're in the toilet? It's a noise cancelling microphone.
If you move it ever so slightly away,
is that better?
Yeah, that's better. And then there's not as much echo because it's not picking up on the vibration within your mouth.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I can move it up here and you'll still hear me.
Yeah, it's like when you're gaming. I feel like I'm missing out. Shall I go get my mic?
So Lee's put as an aquatic channel, but given that canister filters and others have magnets in them, you have trouble with Wi-Fi near your tanks. My whole room literally, more or less, runs on 99% air from 2 air pumps on like air pipe work. The pumps are both very low, but they're quite big, so they're sort of toaster size.
That's my one. Rob sent me a link and I ordered this one about this big. It's blue.
Blue and cream.
A pond pump to do everything. But it is like a toaster. It's like this big. Big little bucket.
I think I've kicked my other one off now. So in the room where I'm not in the room, I'm actually on the toilet. No, I'm not. In my room, there's 22, 23. There's 23 tanks, 2 frog terrariums, about 50 isopod tubs.
Well, you say this, Glenn, but my Wi-Fi is not afflicted by my tanks, and my Wi-Fi is in that cupboard with the door shut. And then I've got massive Fluval FX6 canister. I've got the pond pump right next to it.
Yeah. Well, I know what mine is. Mine's concrete.
What, your floor, your walls?
Well, the floor's concrete. My floor's walls are concrete.
My ceiling's concrete.
Yeah, and my walls are concrete as well.
You make it future-proof in case I need hoists at any point. So it's fully, load-bearing.
Yeah, so how they built these houses was they cast. So it's a terraced house. They cast the frame and then bricked up outside of that.
Yeah.
So the front of the house is, I think the front of the house is brick actually.
Did they do breeze insulation brick, or is it just breeze straight to brick?
Breeze, space, brick.
Yeah.
But the external, the internal party walls are solid concrete, and there's a solid concrete ring beam.
Why would they do that?
Just easier.
That's so much more expensive though, isn't it?
Built in the 70s, concrete was probably dirt cheap.
Yeah, cheaper than trying to put, like, before they had the ability just to stick little stud walls up.
The good thing is, so my internal walls are stud walls, but the wall between my neighbours and me, either side, is solid concrete. So it's like solid concrete.
Have you got a lot of
cables?
Have you got a lot of steel caging to support the concrete core in the walls? Right.
Yeah.
So what's happening is they've basically created a Faraday cage within each room, and that's why your Wi-Fi is having the issues it's having. I would say you just need, like you said, the second Wi-Fi box, but I would then also put a booster at the opposite side of the room, so the Faraday cage can't ping it everywhere. It's literally bouncing to itself and back, and it should be more stable.
Yeah. Well, I want to run a couple of cables actually. So I want to run a cable into there, a cable to this PC, which is literally behind me. I've got a bit of traverse into
in the wall from the cupboard straight into the lounge, so Stuart's computer's like straight plugged into the Wi-Fi.
And I want to run one upstairs for him as well. And then we'll, everything's, if then we've got a problem with speed and connectivity,
you can just,
they can't say, oh, it's your Wi-Fi. No, we don't use Wi-Fi.
But no, I'd say the
Wi-Fi.
issue you're having isn't your filters, isn't your Wi-Fi itself. It's the fact you're in a little Faraday cage room.
Let's have a look at Lee. Rob, just going to catch up on this. I'm further away from the router than you are. All I did was add a TP-Link 500 meg booster plug. Yeah, but your electrical system, Rob, is probably because you have a landlord. It has to be up to a certain spec. My house needs rewiring.
Right. But also the fact, like I said, about the mesh for the concrete wall doors, that's going to be having a massive impact on how your Wi-Fi bounces around the room.
And the garage just takes a feed off the back of the consumer unit over the front door, and it goes
into the garage. It's just a door, not an actual garage door, isn't it?
So at the front of the garage, so you walk into our porch, then there's a door, there's a little entrance, then probably the size of a portaloo, and
like
inside
a hallway.
Yeah, it's a tiny hallway, and then you
square one where just the door kind of fits the gap.
There's two doors, there's two doors. So there's like a door, and then I've got the meters in there, the gas and the electric meter, and then you step down into the garage, and there's a door there. At the other end of the garage, I've built
that exact layout over the road from me. A couple of my friends have got like the front of their houses exactly like that.
And then the front of the garage, I built a false wall that's insulated. So the other thing is that entire garage is insulated with foil-backed thermal insulation board, thick 100mm.
Yeah.
So that in itself is a Faraday cage because there's aluminium everywhere.
Yeah. Basically, that's what's going on, is the metal within the walls themselves, because you can have current within a Faraday cage and outside a cage. It just affects it. How it affects it inside the cage is different to outside because it's stuck within there, and it kind of just it doesn't flow right. Is the only way I can put it.
What I have got on the main wall between the house and the garage, I've got a double socket, and that double socket is a Wi-Fi extender.
Right.
So that connects to the house and then pushes it further forward. But
so it takes it out the cage and into the house.
Into the garage, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's. I'm still convinced that cabling an extender or another router is the best option, because then the whole Wi-Fi is within that structure. I'm going to go through some of these. So Lee said he loves turtles.
My dad's an electrician, so I'll talk to him for you and see. He'll probably say what you're doing sounds good to me, so I reckon that's what he'd try. But I'll see if he's got any other ideas for you.
So Jeff,
asked this Wi-Fi business, isn't it?
Yeah, Jeff had an appointment at 3:30, which would be 8:30 here.
Yeah.
I can see you all now. Yeah, we actually use one for sort of. So with Virgin, the TV, I've got one plugged into the back of the. I've got one plugged into the Wi-Fi, into the plug socket near the router, and then one in a plug socket near the TV, and I run a cable out of that into the TV box.
Yeah, so Lee's saying that he's had years of experience in this.
Yeah.
And that you need to make sure the cable you've got is shielded.
Yeah. No one's hoovering.
And that you might only need one booster or one Wi-Fi box to help it, because it's to do with line of sight.
I might try that first for the sake of 20 quid.
Yeah.
A router will cost me more than that.
And he's put 100% cable if you can, Glenn. It's what I have done with my gaming rigs and PC. One booster for out in the garage, avoiding the hob. Sounds hard, but it's really is simple. Line of sight. So it's like the whole with your Faraday cage. If you can get it lining in the right direction, it should be fine.
Canister filters, air pumps, and mess up the Wi-Fi. Nice hair, I love it. I don't have any. I don't have any. People think I shave my legs, but I don't. I don't make hair. But I get some up my nose and in my ears. Yeah, this isn't a moustache. This is nose hair. This is
I
this is
pulled mine
nose hair.
out. If you look really closely, you can see I need to do it again. It's starting to come back. I did the
And
ends. I always do the ends.
I am getting there, and I do have.
Ooh.
Some tash wax
Yeah.
for when I eventually decide to go full.
You probably need to start using it on the bit just in front of your lip when it gets a little bit longer and you feel like you're eating it all the time.
Oh, with a sandwich, it's vile. I'm actually using. I'm actually using that.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Smells
My dad
lovely.
uses that. My dad
Smells lovely.
down to here now.
Smells
It's like
lovely.
Santa.
I'm not doing this. I just want proper full on Dr. Robotnik.
Oh wow, it's gonna be so impressive.
And your face. Wi-Fi isn't affected at all. Kim says hello, Rob. Hi, Kim. With Wi-Fi, it's all about line of sight. Yeah, my line of sight's rubbish. Keith's back from Facebook. Thanks for testing that out, Keith. Ron. Hi, Ron.
Oh, Rob said he was backstage.
Oh, was he?
Drop the link. I've got 15 minutes.
Let's go into chat. I'm trying to catch up with chat, and I can't. Oh, I've clicked help by mistake. How do I get rid of that? How do I get rid of that?
What are you getting rid of?
I've put a pop-up on.
Oh, what, the comment?
I clicked need help. 100% cable it if you can.
Guys,
Hi, Raina. Sorry, Rob. We've got the satellite and 2 extenders. Helps loads.
You might want to skim read a few comments. You're quite a way behind.
Hi, Glenn. You're miles behind, Glenn. I'm up to Hi Dick's Designs. Way behind. So no,
Enjoy your breakfast, Dixon.
I'm not just breakfast time. Yeah, enjoy breakfast. So, what I wanted to try and do, if we can. So I'm conscious. I want to try something out if people are up for it, and I need to be a bit careful because I'm streaming to Facebook as well, and their community guidelines are different to YouTube's. So I have to be a bit careful with what I do. So, but let's see how it goes. I'm conscious that there's.
Have you had any strikes on Facebook yet?
No.
Right, then if you get one for this one, that just answers the question. You get free before you.
Yeah. So what I wanted to try and do, don't know if there's enough people from the UK here to sort of give this a go. Hi, Juanita. Good day, good day. What I wanted to try and do was, so within this software, you've got the options to play videos and stuff.
Yeah.
I know that there's about a 40-second delay in the chat. So what I wanted to do was have a little crack at an auction item, see if there's any interest. But my plan was that what I was going to do was put a chat up, start, speak, let people comment in chat. After a 3 or a 5 minute time or whatever we decide to do, there's a couple of people fighting something out, I might leave them to it. I can pop up a 30-second countdown, but when the 30-second countdown comes up, nobody can speak, so that sort of supersedes.
If you're watching it yourself on another device, you'll be able to see the lag, won't you? So you'll be able to see when the 30-second countdown starts on the other device, and then you can click done when it gets to 0 on the other device.
I did try it, but for whatever reason, I can't mute my phone.
Yeah.
it goes down to like 10%, and then I get feedback in my earpiece. So, but let's try it. Let's try it again. So if I go in there, this should be as Glenn. So let's look for GB Shrimp. So that's live. Oh, I've turned it down. But what's weird is I cannot comment at all.
Oh.
And I don't know why.
I mean, I can comment if you need me to.
There's 7. So now we've got 8 likes. So I've liked it, but I cannot see. I just cannot comment at all.
Strange.
I think it's because I'm watching it through a website, not through the YouTube app. Because
do you not do it through the YouTube app on your phone to watch it? Or is it because you need to comment for both Facebook and?
Well, I'm logging on to it as. In fact, can I watch it as myself?
I mean, I'm watching it as myself normally when I do.
Yeah. So
but the only thing is, you need to be able to put it on the Facebook and the YouTube one at the same time, don't you?
Yeah, but I can actually see the comment in here, I think.
Right.
What would be nice is if I could put an earpiece in and listen to myself, but that's going to be really freaky. So when I used to do, what was the software we used? When I used to do software training online,
yeah.
Sometimes you got an echo back from the other end.
Yes,
so you'd hear yourself in repeat.
Yeah.
And can you turn your volume down a bit? It's down as low as it'll go.
Yeah, and then all you can hear is just yourself on repeat, and it's getting lower and lower.
It's horrible, man. So let's have a quick look. I'm looking at. If I'm looking down, you see the top of my head. I'm looking at chatting here. So hey, Dal. Hi, Rainer.
I'd like to know if you sell the SMN Shrimp G7 snail remover.
I do, but I need to get some in stock, and I don't know if I can ship internationally.
Right.
Because of what it is.
Yeah.
It's a tin of tablets.
Yeah.
That look like ecstasy because they're white with little blue dots, little crystals in them.
Fun time.
Yeah. Well, it'll be fun for the snails because they devastate them. But so yeah, what I wanted to try and do is just see how it goes, see how we get on, and what I'll do is I'll put in start there. So I can. That's come up pretty quick here.
That came up like a few seconds after you said it.
Yes.
That's because you commented it straight through the YouTube app, so it's more. There's less of a delay.
Possibly. This is why I was trying to watch it as somebody else.
Yeah, because I've got it on my iPad running through the YouTube app as well as like here with us on my phone.
On a different account.
I can do a different account.
Well, let me try that then. Let me try that. 2 seconds.
Oh, that sounds lovely, Dixon. Glenn, we can't hear you.
Mic's off. 2 seconds.
Okay.
So this is on the YouTube app as somebody else. So I'm logged in as me.
I'm logged in with my original YouTube account now, just watching.
So it's come up pretty much instantly.
Yeah, that came up instantly for me as well.
Okay. So let's drop into a different scene then. Bear with me.
So you can choose from this pad or this pad. They're both 8 centimetres, both are Croatian moss.
Oh, that's Stunning.
And this is what hooker moss looks like when it's grown, but it is a slow grower.
Oh, look at that. Is that growing out of like a clay or terracotta little circular thing?
No, so the one in the picture, so I'm doing 8 centimetre
So you can
pads.
choose from
Yeah,
this
so those
pad
are the wire ones. The one that's round.
or this pad. They're both 8 centimetres,
That's
both
a
Aquatic
5
moss.
centimetre pad.
And this is what hooker moss looks like when it's grown, but it is a slow grower.
Okay, so any interest on that, you can probably see a pop-up. I've got...
Ready, set, go.
And we're going to do... And then what I'll do, when there's 30 seconds left, I'll put a timer up. So let's move this on here a sec. And now that's paused, that's fine. So if I do start there, and we'll do a 3-minute timer. So at the moment we're on 20, I've got 20:51. At 20:54, I'll put a 30-second timer on if anyone wants to bid on that. And if we don't get any bids within the first sort of 60 seconds, we'll just move on. And you can choose between the 2 pads shown. Now they are out of my live tanks as well, so I can't guarantee that they won't be snail free, but they will be other pest free. And the only snails I've got in any of my tanks are ram's horn and...
How much do you normally sell them for?
$12.99, and that's probably the cheapest in the UK.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Just trying to catch up on some of those. It's less stable. I used it around 3 months before it stopped working for me. It is Restream. StreamYard is double the price in the UK. So StreamYard is 45. So there's two options. There's a $30 option and a $45 option, which is really annoying because in the States it's $20 for StreamYard.
Yeah.
So why are they doing $45 in the UK or 30? Because they can, which I think is horrendous.
Yeah.
Unless they have to pay tax on that.
Clyde, it looks like someone's stroking your head in your little thumbnail.
Oh, on that one.
Yeah.
The sprinkling food on it.
For a second, I was like, how is his hand up there?
So if we've got no interest in those hookeration moss pads, I'll move on, I think.
If I had money, I'd have bid, but I don't get paid yet.
Middle of the month as well. So it was just a bit of a test to see how it went more than anything. Now, I have got other stuff, but I might get... Oh no, yeah, I just don't like their logos. We'll get on to the next one, but this is the one that these ones may or may not get me a strike on Facebook. So let's replace that one with another one, and this time we're going to do this one. And bear with me a second, let me pause that. I need to get that up. So I'll play this. So this will be next day guaranteed. So there's 5 black spot yellow rabbits and 20, was it 20? Rob will have to comment. I think there's 10 blue ram's horns as well. So this is for the whole lot. And shipping is next day guaranteed 1 PM, obviously UK, with a start of £5 and increments of 2. Snailand.
Raina says ship to Austria.
So these are Rob's. You can certainly ask Rob, but I'm going to put in. I'm going to bid on them.
There's got to be like 15 or 20 in there because I can count at least 15.
There might be 20, you know.
Yeah, 20 leopard.
20 leopard blue rams horns,
yellow,
yeah. So I'll put the first one in. Let's have a look at the time. So we're on 20:56 at 20. Well, let's do 9 o'clock. So let's just give this 4 minutes. I'll drop a 30-second timer in 4 minutes. Anyone else wanna drop one in? I'm actually going to set something. If I win this, I'm going to set something up just for these.
That'd be cute.
I mean, I really like the ram's horns, but I have got some Aquatic 2 for rock. Got a box of 2 for rock sitting there.
Like, that's a really good price because over my way at my LFS, it's like £15 just for one
rabbit. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Come on, guys. This is a bargain. I mean, in my heart of hearts, I don't want anyone to, but I want Rob to get the sale, obviously, and get the value of what they're worth. But they are stunning rabbit snails.
Trimpimus Maximus said my assassin snails would love
Hi, Sam.
I'm afraid.
Sam, you'd have to set up another tank. But I mean, just look at the quality of those rabbit snails. There's no damage on them at all. The ends of them, there's no deterioration on the end.
Can you keep them in the gardenia tank?
Too acidic, it breaks the shell down. Yeah. And they so the Lake Tanganyika really. Yeah, they're worth more than that. They are worth more than that. So Rob, I've had a bid on them, but I don't want to win that for the starting bid, if I'm honest, because they're worth way more than that. So so this is Rob's lot. This is, and these are so this will be a tub, like a takeaway tub. So they're not babies, they're adults. That probably will be giving.
Sorry.
So, have you bid?
Yeah, I bid.
They're in £2 increments, Mickey. So the next one will be 9.
Yeah, it'd be 9, not 7. Oh, we've got bidding war going.
Good. So how are we doing? We're on there. So we're on. I'll go one more.
Hi, Melvin. Ooh, we're up to 15.
It came out of nowhere, that did. So let's see if it goes anywhere else. And I'm going to drop a timer in, guys. So let's just see where this goes. The audio will die when this timer comes on. But what I'll do is I'll flick back once the timer's run out. And So I've come out of it. Rob said he'll throw in extras as well. So I'm going to drop a timer in, see if anyone wants to put any last minute bids in. So this is a 30-second timer, and then we'll go back to screen and see where we get to. So well done, Mickey. I'll contact you. I'll send you an email, Mickey. I've got your email address. The sale is through Rob, but you can sort of deal with it through me, and I've got all Rob's details anyway, and I'm sure Rob will pop a message up and say he's happy for me to do that. So I'm just watching my phone. We've just come back onto the two of us, so well done, Mickey. I really enjoyed that, and it worked sort of how I wanted it to work.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a lag on my phone, but I think you need another device to see it.
Yeah.
And obviously I've commented end, although the screen has gone over. But Rob said they'll add some extras as well, Mickey.
That's exciting. Right, I've just got to go check for the baby tortoises.
No worries. So once Charlotte's back, what I'll do is let's pause that one. So congratulations on those. I say I was all ready to set up a complete tank for them, and now I'm a bit gutted, but it is what it is. I've also got.
Well, from what it sounds like, Rob's got quite a lot of rabbit snails, so I'm sure he can do another one.
I'll definitely be pecking his head. Let's replace this with another video, and I've got. I can't remember which one's which. Okay, so I've got two little plant selections. They're both epiphytes.
Little epiphyte deal then. So we've got Bucephalandra Sintang on the left, Anubias Mini,
what would they prefer?
and Bucephalandra Theogreen. So you can attach all to wood and rock. Cracking little bundle. Slow growers. All of them are slow growers, but absolutely stunning plants.
So what we've got, I can't remember now. See if I can read it. So we've got Bucephalandra Theogreen, I think, and Anubias Mini, and so the one on the left's Bucephalandra Sintang.
Yeah.
Then we've got an Anubias Mini, and then we've got another Bucephalandra, which is a Theogreen. So I say when we did the auction with Jeff, I lost money. Not a massive amount, but I wanted to start them low. And obviously I can't sustain that. It was just a way of sort of getting that going.
Yeah.
But on these ones then, we've got a start. Well, when I was looking, a lot of people were selling the boosters for like between $7.99 and $9.99 a piece.
Yeah.
So I'm starting this. The 3 plants. Shipping's a £5. It's actually £4.89, but for the purposes of this, I've just made it a £5, and that's track 24. Start bid 14, increments of £1, and I'll do a start here.
Aquatic Fanatic said they bid without the Anubias.
So I have got one more set, which is 3 Bucephalandras. So you probably want to wait for that one, Keith. So I've got a few prepared. I didn't, dependent on how they went, was if we put them up or not. So anyone want to start the bidding on those at £14? What's that work out at?
19.
14 into 3, 333.
Oh, I thought you meant with
About
this.
about £4.60, something like that.
That's pretty good.
460 a plant. Obviously, the shipping on that as well.
Yeah.
So anyone want to start the bidding on that one? I did on the last one. We did livestock and plants, and I priced the shipping based on if somebody just bought the livestock and said I'd combine the shipping, and it was way more, man.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, way more.
Oh.
Like another 50% on top.
Oops.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
So no one want to start on that one?
Shrimpibus Maximus put 15.
Thanks, Sam. So I never looked at the time. So what did we start on? About 21:05. So at 21:08, I'm going to drop a 30-second timer up. Happy to go to 50p increments if it helps. I should have done some video. I'll show you after the thumbnail for the food test. The food sample thing that you did, Charlotte.
Yeah.
I'll show you the thumbnail for that after. I think I've got it on. I might have it on screen. I might.
Oh.
Lee's killing some plants. No, don't buy them unless you want them. I wouldn't expect anybody to do that. A like on the stream would be good. So that's it. That's plenty of help, So what do we say?
Maximum minute and a half, guys. Anybody else want a bid? It's at 15 quid at the moment.
What plants are they, Lee?
And what's your parameters?
Well, it depends. I mean, if they're crypts, they melt anyway.
Yeah.
So a lot of crypts don't like a change in conditions, but don't rip them out. So if they do start to melt,
yeah,
as long as there's something of it left, just leave it alone because it will grow back. Okay, I'm going to drop a timer on, guys, so we'll go quiet while this runs. So congratulations, Sam. So Sam won that lot. Sam will message me anyway. So there's about a 25-second delay, I think, because I'm off the screen now, but I can still see the countdown, even though I've typed end. So what I should probably do is I should probably type end from my other phone. All right. Well, we can chat. We can chat, Lee, about the plants. And Anubia shouldn't. Where you gone, Charlotte? You gone upside down. No worries, Sam. No rush. Why is your hair not hanging? Why has it gone upside down? And you muted, I think. Yeah, it's 4:89. Charlotte's muted and she's turned her phone's gone upside down, and I've no idea why. But it adds to the stream. So I've got one more that I'm going to put up then.
Little epiphyte deal then. So we've got Bucephalandra Sintang on the left.
I want to change that one.
Anubias Mini and Bucephalandra Thea Green. So all attach, and this one's for all you.
So this one's a Boost only one, and the delay is horrible. I'm watching it on my phone, so I'm actually going to comment. So when a comment starts, I'm going to comment start from here, like that. Rather than GB Shrimp in Yellow, it will come up as Glenandrum, because that is. I can't get my head around why Charlotte's upside down and quiet. And I haven't muted you. I don't think I've muted you. Oh, your mic's definitely off, Charlotte. Let's mute and unmute. So I definitely can't hear you. And you're upside down. If you want, you can drop out and come back in. I'll put the hi Jeff. Let me put the link in here, so if anyone else wants to come in, they can. Wait for Charlotte to come back in. Hi Jeff, how you doing? Hope your appointment was well. It's making you feel sick. I don't want to start this without Charlotte back. Let's paste it again. Here she is.
Hello.
Oh, you're back. Okay, so this is. How did you get upside down?
I don't know. After your countdown thing, all of a sudden I went sideways, and then it went back to normal my end. But then you couldn't hear me, and I was upside down.
Yeah, weird. So I'm paying for this monthly. So if it ends up being loads and loads of teething problems 24/7, it'll be getting gone. But
you'll have proof of it as well, because it will be saved on your YouTube.
Yeah.
So you can send them the proof and ask for a refund.
Yeah. Just quickly go through Jeff. Shrimponius Maximus doesn't really have a channel. He just uses obviously YouTube. But let's play this one then, and we'll sort of do the same thing. So I need to put the caption up. Where's the boost mix? And just for the start bit, I'm literally making pennies on these from what I'm paying for them. But we'll see how we go. So let's play this one.
And this one's for all you Boost lovers out there. So we've got Bucephalandra Thea Red on the left, Bucephalandra Sintang in the middle, and Bucephalandra Biblis on the right hand side. So 3 completely different looking booses, slow growers, cracking to attach to wood and rock.
It's paused itself, which is brilliant. So if I can get down the chat. So boost mix, 3 booses, £5 a pop starting bid, increments of £1. To be honest, if you want to increment in 50p, I'm happy with that. I don't really mind if if somebody wants them and wants 50p, that's fine. Shipping's a £5. It's actually £4.89 by the time I've paid for it. It's high steam. It's tracked 24, and what are we, Friday? So I'll ship them out Monday, so they're not stuck in the postal system. So you'll receive them Tuesday. So anyone wants to, Boost is the best. Anyone want to start on that and stay up? We all know how much these cost to get in trade. And I'm not VAT registered either, so I have to pay the VAT. So Boost and Anubius really do better in slightly acidic tanks. Although they will, I mean, Bucephalandra by its nature is, I know Sam's killed some Boost. Bucephalandra by its nature grows on riverbanks in Borneo. There's hundreds of different varieties and strains, and some rarer than others, and in fact, let's type this in. They come up with all weird and wonderful names. So I'm going to start this one. Sorry, I forget to do this. So we'll type start there. So that's come up at 2117, at 2120. Possibly at 2120 I'll put a timer up, and then when the timer's finished, I'll type end as Glen Andrew, so that the comment that's come up with the Glen Andrew is my personal one, not my business one. Yeah, acidic tanks, soft water, but they naturally grow out of water, but they can transition to underwater. So a lot of plants are grown immersed by the people that grow them and the nurseries that grow them. And I've just read Lee's comment, but yeah, they like slightly acidic tanks, but they handle quite. They're hardy. They handle quite a lot of conditions, but I've never had a problem. Rob sent me like a bag of stems and stuff, just bits of boots, and I've just glued the stem to a bit of rock and it's come back, or a bit of challah or something, and they've come back. But all of my tanks are acidic. I was going to create one that wasn't acidic, a snail tank, for the yellow rabbits that I didn't win. The hardest water is in Alaska, rock solid, yeah. Frozen. So anyone want to start a bid on these? If not, I'll take them down. I got some wicked boosts. I was getting them in at one point in clumps, sort of 10 centimetre clumps, and breaking them up. And sort of keeping some for myself and then selling the others off.
Yeah.
But that dried up. So Rob's water's hard. My TDS out the tap is circa 450, 500, and that's why I 100% use RO. So Chuck Norris flushes out. Yeah, opening bid should be £15. Start bid £15.
my tap water, my drinking tap water, has ammonia in it.
Well, you want I changed my filters and my pre-filter and my carbon yesterday on the RO unit, and you could wring out mud out of it. It was horrific.
I go to the spotless water thing that you and Rob suggested, and it's just 000 there all the time.
Yeah.
So.
Perfect. It's probably better than my RO, to be honest. I'm not going to bother putting the timer on these ones. I'm just gonna take them out, I think.
Mickey says I've got plenty, or I would be.
Mickey's had loads off me. So what I'll do is I'll wait for this to show up on screen, because at the moment I can still see on my phone the boost.
Yeah.
And then I'll type end. So there is a good delay on this. There we go.
On the video, but not necessarily the chat.
Yeah. I do like, I mean, it was Jeff's suggestion to do like a tablet or something, and actually comment start, end on there, and if you get a bit of a bidding war going, then just let it run and don't sort of stick it to
Blossom.
Don't stick it to your. I did try something earlier, but I've took it off. So I've got 2 mobile phones. One of them doesn't have a SIM in it, but I still use it as like a backup phone. And why I charged it up and used it initially is I did a couple of videos where I was reading from a script. I wouldn't know that one. So Mickey said he missed the hooker moss. I can put it back up if no one objects, because it didn't sell. He'd do it as well, you know. He'd do it but naked. So if no one objects, I can put the hooker moss up.
Yeah, put it back up.
So the only sort of downside is I do sort of propagate them in my own tanks, and there could be ram's horns and or limpets in there, and I can't guarantee that they won't have those, and I just want to be open and honest with people because they have. Entirely up to you, but let's put that back up then.
And this one's for all you.
So let's change that one.
Are these plants safe in a tank with African claw frogs?
I've no idea, because I know nothing about African claw frogs.
Can we get Rob in a dress holding and exhibiting the items for sale next time, please?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He'd do it but naked, Rob would, for a quid. He'd do it just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll put this boost moss, this hookeration moss back up. So these are 8 centimetre mesh pads. They are tied. There's 2 of them made. I will be making some more because I've got loads of it took off. The video shows you what the pads look like. So there's 2 at the moment. You can choose left or right, entirely up to you. And Jeff says they should be okay with claw frogs. And if it goes for start bid, it goes for start bid. But the video shows the hooker moss 2 pads that you can choose from and what it looks like grown. Let's play this.
So you can choose from this pad or this pad. They're both 8 centimetres, both hookeration moss.
And this is what hooker moss looks like when it.
Sandwich.
I'll start it again.
So you can choose from this pad or this pad. They're both 8 centimetres, both hookeration moss.
And this is what hooker moss looks like when it's grown, but it is a slow grower.
So that massive clump you have of it, was that that just grown on a flat bit as well then?
That's 1 5 centimetre pad, that is.
What, that really tall bit?
So you can
Wow.
choose from this
How long
pad.
did it take it to get like that?
2 years maybe.
That's crazy.
2 years maybe. So there's I'm just waiting for it to come up on the other screen. So there's two pads, the right one or the left one. Personally, if it was me buying it, I'd choose the right one,
Yeah.
but that's entirely up to you. It's just neater, and it's tied down. We've got a 350 postage on that because I can get that into one of the little cardboard letter boxes, so the postage is cheaper. Start bid of £8, increments of £1 or 50p if you want to go. So if somebody wants to have a little go at 50p, you're welcome to, just to see if we can get it moving. But if there's only one bid for £8, it will go for £8. They're normally 13. I normally sell them for £13 on the website, and that's the cheapest you'll get them in the UK. I've looked all over loads of websites, and they're like 20 quid, 25 quid, and most of them sell either a clump, a loose clump, or a 5 centimetre pad. But yeah, I like it. It's a nice moss, if I'm honest. So let's what we got 2126. Let's do 2129, and I'll who's put sausage and grapes? But I can do you this for sausage and grape cob. So when I used to eat pork, I found the joy of a freshly cooked baguette with crispy bacon, brie, cranberry or brie and basil, fresh basil leaves on. Wow. What's the cheese? Not mozzarella, camembert, or there's another one like camembert. Yeah, it was bacon brie and either fresh basil or cranberry. Absolutely stunning, but I don't eat pork anymore. So it looks like Mickey's going to get a bargain again. So I can't combine the postage with the snails, Mickey, because the snails are from Rob. So anyone want to have another go at that, or bacon brie and mango chutney? Yeah, it's the sweetness. So sausage and grape would work.
I'm just going to make sure I put money aside when I get paid at the end of the month for the next auction.
There'll be a lot of there'll be there'll be a mix of stuff, but there's quite a few crypts in the next one as well, of different types and sizes. I can actually show you what's on there. You can't bid a grand, Mickey. That's way too much. So what we got? 2128. Let's give it another minute.
Why
Tell you
not?
what,
I'll split it with you, Mickey. I take the grand.
I know it's hard. I wouldn't do it. I'm not like that.
You could just order a load of stock.
Yeah,
Let's give him some.
yeah. I could buy a couple of nice borough for that.
Buy one really nice bubble for that.
Yeah. You'd probably get something off Calvin, but it still wouldn't be
female if you're buying one.
competition grade. So I'm going to drop the timer on again, guys. It's a 30-second timer. Once I see the timer end on my other phone, I'll type end. So you've got until this 30-second timer if anyone else wants to bid, but we will go quiet when this comes on. So I'm watching the timer here. So
It's on
it'll
6
play.
for me.
It'll play catch up. I'm on
3,
1.
2, 1, done.
Okay, so well done, Mickey. Drop me an email. We'll get that sorted. But yeah, there's probably going to be a quiet lag here now, a bit of a delay, because I was really quiet watching my phone, waiting for that to end, thinking, well, actually, this hasn't caught up yet, so there's going to be a bit of a pause. But but yeah, wicked. Thanks everybody for that. As I say, it wasn't. It was literally just having a play and seeing how it goes with this bit of software, and does me logging in on a phone and dropping in. Yeah, I've got about a 20-second delay, but other people might get a little bit longer. So Charlotte had 6 seconds when I was on 0.
Yeah.
So we'll try and get it as close as possible, but it does work. So Rob says the timer screen sounds like the BBC News. I want nothing whatsoever to do with the Broadcasting Corporation. I won't swear because we're live on Channel 4 and all that. But yeah, you're live on Channel 4. Please don't say. So hi Jeffrey. So yeah, I'll.
Are you going to tell us what's going to be available in the next auction?
Yes, I need to find it though. So bear with me. Let me. I'm going to go onto this screen.
I think it's funny how you've had that little picture behind your head this whole time. It looks like
so you can choose from this pad
like you're
or this pad. They're both 8 centimeters. Both are.
Ah, there we go.
Ooh.
So let's drop that caption off. So let's drop that up because I want to get that up.
If you don't sub to Jeff, go sub to Jeff.
So Jeff in the comments will be Jeff Pelham Aquatics, and we want to get Jeff up to 1K subs, and he's getting up there. So as I say, the next auction there'll be groups of plants again. The Anubias and Bucephalandra are the dearest of the plants that I can get in. So they cost me more than any of the other plants, so there should be some decent prices on some of these. But what we've got in are so quite a lot of crypts this time, and I might add no, maybe not. The light's gone off on the tank behind me, but I was going to add myself in on another camera because one of the crypts from the last auction I've actually used myself. So you know my tank, my Iwagumi tank that was just grass. In the top right corner, I put a dirty, massive. I think some people have seen it on another live. I put a dirty, big, massive Bucephalandra lutea, and Rob said, "I'm owning it in because I plant in big clumps that don't separate," and I do exactly the same. So what we're getting in then on Friday will be, and I'll make these so there won't be one. There won't be any 2 lots the same. So I'll sort of get that out there, but. We've got Cryptocorini Novelli. We've got Cryptocorini Wentii Brown.
That's really pretty.
Crypt Petri. Crypt Walkeri. So I think this is more of like an undulated leaf.
Yep.
We've got some. These are quite big.
I want one of them.
If Rob could come into the chat, if Rob could come on to the live.
Are they the 10 centimetre pads or 12?
I'd have to check. The big. But Rob's actually got this in his tanks.
Crypt tank or tropical tank, like mixed tank?
Well, Rob's got it in. I believe Rob's got it in with his. They're quite big. They are quite big pads.
Would it do all right in a Cardinia tank, or would it be too acidic?
I think they'll do good in both. So Rob's got them in the tank. I think Rob's got them in with his Congos.
Right.
I think Rob's got this in with his Congos. If if he can come in, he's watching footy. If we're still going
He's watching
when,
football.
when the football finishes, Rob will pop in and we'll put these in. So they
I
are
used to
carting.
have some of that, but before my apple snail explosion, I had quite a bit and I loved it. So I'll have to get some of them off you at some point, please.
Rob says growers are amazing with sorrel beneath it. If you ever want anything, Charlotte, just add on to one of my orders, and
Okay.
we'll sort something out.
I've taken a screenshot of it.
So hopefully Rob comes in. So I think we've got. Now I might only put one of them up, and I might put one up separately, because they're not cheap either. But I'm dearer than the boost. I might put one up separately, and then I might do one in a bundle. But I have to work out. I need to get a spreadsheet going. They put out runners, so I had a.
You put them on a mesh screen, you put them in, and then little bits of them just start to like come off and go their own way.
I did a bonsai tank, like a Japanese garden. Yeah. I'll put a post up with it on. I ended up stripping it because I couldn't cure the BBA issues in it, but I'd got like a rock with all roots coming down it and a little bonsai with Monte Carlo on it. So it used to they were like trailing.
Yeah, come down.
If you didn't keep on top of it, it used to lift the tree up because it floats. Monte Carlo floats.
Yeah.
And aquarium trump sports, not tall but wide. Those patches on like a metal mesh and shape into a hide.
Because it's metal, you can kind of bend into whatever shape
They're
you want.
plastic.
The only thing is, the roots really want to be in substrate.
The plastic, I think they come on a plastic mesh.
You could always weave a little bit of wire through the plastic, though, if you really wanted to.
Yeah, to hold them down. I think you can just bury them in sand with soil below and stuff. And they are massive. They're as big as your hand square. Well, my hand's quite big, but they're as big as your. So they're as big as my hands. But I in there I had another plant similar to this. So I had Liliopsis brasiliensis.
Oh, right. So Rob's one that I've seen in person. They're actually big and actually chopped it up into sections.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely.
You probably cut it into 4 or something.
At least 2. At least.
So I'll chat with you off stream about them, and I can probably add some more to my order if you just want to buy them.
Yeah, that's fine.
And do something that way if you want. But I need to. I thought I had to get my order in before Friday because of the PATS show. I'm not sure if Steve's still in from Wirral Aquatics. I just wondered if he's going to the PATS show in Telford, the trade show.
Right.
And if he is, what day, and if so, I'll meet up with you or something like that. But yeah, I had the Liliopsis brasiliensis, which is shorter, and they're like little tiny swords. Little tiny swords, and they're a lovely plant, to be honest. So I think I ordered 3 of them. I can obviously add to that order, but I need to get it in before 9 o'clock Monday because I thought the PATS show was this weekend and it's not. It's next weekend.
Oh, okay.
Does Charlotte have volume control? It's very low this end. I've upped you to 150. That's as much as I can turn your volume up.
No, that's fine.
What else we got going then? So we've got some different boosters that I didn't have last time. So I think there's two different boosters. So we've got Bucephalandra Landau and the other one. So this isn't my picture. I need to take a photo when I get them in. Is Bucephalandra Catarina. So it's more delicate boost, smaller leaves. And this one sort of got sparkles in it. But I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever seen my Galaxy tank. I've got a piece of tufa rock in there, not tufa, red volcanic rock. Can't think of the name of it. What's the volcanic rock, the porous one called?
Lava rock.
Lava rock. So I've got a big piece of lava rock, about yay big.
Yeah. And
it was literally 3 little pieces of Bucephalandra. It's the one Tropica does. God, my memory, man. Kedagang. and now that whole rock is covered in Kedagang and it stands about 1.5 to 2 inches tall.
I've got quite a few lava rocks in my possession that I want to plant up.
Make sure if you plant them, make sure if you plant them with booze, separate them. Don't put them in clumps. I mean, you can,
like
and it'll just
individual bits.
Yeah, and then what they'll do is as they grow. I mean, it takes time, but they'll all come together.
Yeah, makes sense.
Finally, I've got one stem plant that I thought I'd give a go because I might put some of this in my own tank, but I bought Rotala species orange juice.
That's stunning. What tank are you going to put that in?
I think my Iwagumi has done its duty as an Iwagumi, and I can either strip it and rescape it, which I don't really want to do, but if I can because the back's so high, I can put stems in, and when they reach the surface and start to hang over, just cut them and replant them.
Yeah.
And because it's so short, it will get light and right at the back create a wall of orange juice or a partial wall that sort of runs up that angle because it sort of goes from low to high up that back wall.
Yeah.
And I've run CO2 in there anyway. So with these plants, you have to buy them in. Most of them, you have to buy them in packs. So I can't just buy one. I've got to buy 6 of something in. And I think if you buy, if I remember correctly, some things you can buy in ones. So the net pads you can buy in ones, but most of the potted plants are 6s. Live foods are 9s. So you have to buy in packs of 9. So if you bought brine shrimp, you have to buy 9 packs of brine shrimp. I think frozen foods are 6s. Could be wrong. They might be individual. And I think bunches are 10s. You have to buy 10 of them. So there's minimum order quantity. I couldn't buy 1 of these, 2 of them, 4 of those. Some things you can, but not.
I get you.
Not loads.
That's beautiful. I'd love to put something like that in the main tank, but my big fisher eye catfish would just destroy them when they're mating.
Oh, that the big mama who comes out from the GV pellets.
Yeah. Big mama would destroy it. She likes to sleep on the really delicate plants, and then the males come up and sneak on her, and then they go all nuts, and then the plant just goes poof.
So what I'll do, they're talking about, let me take mine down to 96. So I don't know if that balances the sound out a bit better. So I've lowered mine. I've lowered my sound a little bit and increased yours.
Does that work?
Are you just using your phone mic?
Yeah.
That'll be why, because my mic's here.
Yeah, so they can hear you. That's fine.
Yeah, I've lowered my volume a little bit. I can take that down a little bit more actually. Take that down to 85. So you're up to 150. I'm down to 85. Let's catch up on a bit of chat.
That plant, though, if it did well in a Cardinia tank, would look absolutely stunning with some contrasting shrimp.
Yeah. They need, with good light, they do go orange, but with all of them, if you've got them in a tall tank, what tends to happen is the bottom of the plant doesn't get light with stems.
Yeah, it goes green.
And you end up with sticks.
Oh, it loses the leaves completely.
Loses the leaves, yeah. So what I'm... So hi, fish room. I don't know how much I've missed. Rob would boost working my new tank. We can chat about that, Jeff. Hi, the fish room. Yeah, boost does all right. In your Wolstad, because you're probably going to get acidity, it probably would, but they're slow growers. So if you've got a lot of nutrients in the water column, and you've not got heavy plants that heavily feed off those nutrients, you can get algae problems with slow growers.
Right.
So big root feeders that sort of take the nutrients out of the soil and stuff.
Do you reckon you could take the plant on screen and individually plant each stem into a lava rock and put it in a Cardinia tank?
they'd need to be in soil.
They need to be directly in soil.
Yeah. This is where I think this will work
You
really
could put them
well.
in one of those like filter boxes that you make and sell. Then, like the ones that you fill full of the substrate.
Yeah, that might work well because you're getting airflow through the roots as well. So roots need air.
Yeah.
Roots need air. Whatever people say, roots need air.
So that would look really pretty in one of those boxes.
Yeah. See, with mine, because the light's right in the middle of the tank, and it's so close, I'm going to get that sort of light. So the light's going to hit the underneath of those because I'm going to keep them up that back section short.
If you take a little mirror and put it either side as well,
would it give it light and bounce back? Yeah,
back down.
Yeah, you could theoretically silicon a bit of a mirror or a bit of foil behind it and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Rotala OJ, Blood Red or Singapore are lovely stem plant choices. So I'm not a massive fan of stems. Do use them, but I'm not a massive fan. I like stems because, especially when you're setting up a new tank, if you're injecting it with CO2, you get quick growth out of stems, and they consume the nutrients that are sort of floating around. Yeah. I'm not sure, Keith. I'd have to have a look.
Pop this one in bed quick.
No worries. So the 9s that I was looking at were the 100 mil ones or the 110 mil ones. Hi Dan's aquarium, how you doing? Looks really good mixed in with Anarchis. Shouldn't really like climbing on it. Doing well, Dan. Doing well. Howdy, Dan. Howdy. Sorry if I'm in and out watching football. Just a tad more, Glenn. It will take the edge. Just a tad more, Glenn. It will take the edge off it. Don't get that one. And sorry I'm so far behind with the... take it down, Glenn. It's loud. So I can drop mine down even more if you want. That's me on 60%. So it hasn't changed. I don't know why. And the mic's quite far away from me. Oh, you probably can hear the dogs. It should be noise cancelling, but it's so quiet in the background here. Seems the month is forever away. I want to bid on our auctions. Yeah, it does, Jeff. Yeah, sword's a good one. Heavy root feeder. Jeffro wants to know if you're putting any bristle nose up. Just talking about that then. Jeffro, what we'll do is, I think we'll put a list up of the lots that are going to go up. We'll drop a list of the lots that are going to go up. I think weekly's just going to be, it's Jeff Shout, but weekly's propped for me. Weekly's overkill, I think. Hi, Glenn, Charlotte. Orange wide eyes. It's only 8 days, Jeff. Hang in there. Yeah, it's a week. It's a week tomorrow. You'll get there. Why the hell not? Hi, Gord. Hi, Marvin. I don't think I've said hello to you, but I did know you were in. Yeah, so I'm stop commenting for a minute. Let me catch up. Shiraz, a guy from Birmingham. He's a proper plant guru, lovely guy. I've been over there, met him a couple of times, and in his planted systems, he used the old school under gravel filtration in all his tanks. So he was planting into soil or gravel with whatever goes into the underneath, and the flow coming underneath absolutely. The roots love that flow and that oxygenated water. I remember years ago, we were always UGFs, under gravel filters with power heads on, and I had a sword, and when I pulled the sword out, the mat of root underneath the old style under gravel filtration, the white plates was massive, just absolutely huge. It actually pulled the UGF plate apart. They won't, Rob. They're just settling. That there are timid creatures. They will come out. They'll get used to you, and they will come out. Just bear with them. Yeah. So Jeff's answering. Jeffro is going to. He can do sex pairs if he wants. Alvin, Jeffro. Your mic, Glenn. It's been loud all the way through. I don't know why, because I have turned it right down. I mean, I'm on 31. Is that any better?
Has your headset got like a control for the volume mic on it?
Not for the mic.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, it can't be picking up my phone. Let's lock that. Ah, do you know what it is? I know exactly what it is.
What?
Oh, let me see what. Let me have a look at audio here. I know it's using my headset. It is using my headset. I wondered if it was using the
Phone.
no, the webcam.
Oh, right.
I wondered if it was using the webcam, but yeah, when I speak, it goes up really high. Let me move that up there. Is that any better? So for whatever reason, it's using the. Take that off. Is that any better?
Sounds a bit clearer.
I've put the microphone right above my head, and I've dropped it down as low as I can get it on the without muting it. It's pretty much as low as it will go. So I'm on 30. Let's take it down to 9. I don't know how low that's gone, if it's gone low at all. But your mic's been loud all the way through. Turn the volume down. Every time the dog's close, it picks it up. It shouldn't do. Seems like it's down, fluctuating. Just because babies are usually a bit skittish given time, yeah. It's a description, so like, well, hopefully Monday, Rainer, you're having an auction list. It's a great idea. Hi, Sir Gord. Hello, Rainer. Hello, Malvin. Like to be in bigger groups. It's on 10, Rob. So it must be the software, because I've dropped it down to 10 and the microphone's actually above my head. I do have a dog next to me snoring. It is away from my mouth. It's above my head. It's still a little loud. It's much easier to hear Charlotte. Someone closes the door. Glenn's house sounds like a nuke going off. Oh no, it's probably because it was slammed. I can't use. Can I use my other mic? I can't use my other mic because I've got nowhere to plug it in, and that won't be as clear as this one. I mean, what I could do is I could change. Let me try something. Bear with me.
Would you guys like to come out? Suki, you might want to leave the room. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you're so sleepy.
What's that audio like?
4.
What does that audio sound like? It looks really high to me again.
Sorry, I was just getting the ferrets out.
Is that audio any better or louder?
You just sound a bit quieter, but it is a bit clearer.
I'll stick with that one for now then. So I'm not on the mic on my headset. I'm just listening through the headset. I'm on the mic on the webcam. But let's try another mic. I have a brand new Hygger air pumping box for sale if anyone's interested. Let's see if I can catch you up just a sliver higher. Don't magnifying glasses my ears. Your volume is definitely lower now, up a bit. All right, let's how's that? How's that? Better now, McRibbon. Clearer but softer. Charlotte's better. Probably. Glenn's ASMR mic. Charlotte, are you auctioning stuff too? So I did want to have a look at Charlotte doing some pods at some point, but I don't know how well that would do. But doing a YouTube pods auction.
I can go through the boxes, but I should have some.
Yeah. So have a look at that. Let's try something like that.
All the shrimp tanks are buried as well.
I know, yeah, I saw your video earlier. So what I wanted to put up was...
But if there's any shrimps that I've got off Rob, if you want any or need any, obviously I wouldn't charge you. Just let me know and I'll send them.
Yeah, you do charge us. Of course you do.
Not you. Not you and Rob. No.
So I wanted to put this one up as well. So let's grow Rob's channel. I need to do my elements as well to put you guys in to promote you guys. I was pushing to try and get the link working, and Jeff helped me set that up as well. Advertising the pod groups. Are you in any of those pod groups, Daniels?
I don't know.
What's it
I'm
called?
in one of Daniel's groups on Facebook.
You know, on the WhatsApp ones.
I might be.
You'll know because you get about 5 million pings a day off it.
No, I muted it originally when I was in it.
Anyone want an earthworm colony? Let me know. I'll send you a tub as a startup. Fish love them chopped up. Yeah, so
Nikki feeds earthworms to Newton, her little Newt, and she can't put Newton back out in the wild because she found Newton in her utility room and she's not putting him back there for the dogs to eat.
And my daughter's got one. Her boyfriend had got he does like drainage.
Yeah.
So you know, like rent and unblock or whatever they're called. Can't think of the name of them. That type.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And while he was down some drain, he found a newt and he brought it home. And she's forever saying to me, "Can I have some fruit flies?"
Yeah, they eat earthworms, crickets. If you take the head off a mealworm, they love springtails and they love little earthworms.
Oh, I'll tell her that. All they've got is like, you know, like a platform. So they've got a bit of water. They've got some plants in it. They've got like a wooden platform with a ramp that he comes out on. But it'd be good to plant that.
What I did for Nikki is she has, it's a new flue valve cubed thing, and it had the filter built in the back. She ripped that all out, so it's just the tank. We put the filter sponge at the bottom with it just water falling out the top, and then I put a small layer of hydroball, and then on top a really thick layer of organic topsoil mixed with cocoa core, and then a really nice bit of driftwood the width of the tank, and pushed it back, and then filled water up on the other side. So he's got a dry point, a muddy point, and then like he's got a little pond bit and then a deep water bit.
Springtails are going that bit. They're hydrophobic anyway, aren't they? So even if they get in the water, they're just going to float.
Oh, they swim. They love it. But we've also put a bit of paphos in there, and it's growing in the water and in the soil all the way around. And every now and then you think the newt's escaped, and you catch it just chilling on a paphos leaf. And if you put the floating plants in, and when it's in the water, it comes out the water. It's got like a little hat on where the floating plant's just on its head.
I took the let me see if I can get another camera up here.
I said to Nikki, it's not going to escape back to the utility room or the wild. It's now living a life of luxury, snacking on springtails whenever it wants, chilling on leaves. Like, he's probably never thought it was going to get such a happy life.
Even if it gets out,
sorry.
It's going to even if it gets out, it's going to come back.
That's what I said to her, because she thinks he escaped for a couple of days and then he reappeared. And I was like, well, he's definitely come back if he has escaped, because he knows there's food here.
Let's come in here a minute.
But I've had to tell her Newton is actually Nutina because it's a female newt because it doesn't have any boy bits, but it's still Newton.
Let's how do I change my camera on here? How do I change my camera? So I've gone on another. Oh, here we go.
Good morning, Craig. Hey, Rob's game's over. They won. 3-1. Rob wins. Woohoo!
Let's mute that. And then.
Is that your little birdie I can hear now?
Yeah. So I need my camera to go.
Are you on 2 cameras now, Glenn?
Yeah. How do I change? I can't change this camera. And I've got feedback because I can't turn it down fully. I don't want extra camera.
It needs one thing to be really happy, a stallion. Oh.
I need to go in as a person, as on the link. I need to go in on the link, and I can't be bothered.
Well, I don't know how to help you there.
Hiya, Craig. Welcome. Hiya, Kaz.
Alright, just go grab something off the side.
It needs one thing to be really happy, a stallion. Howdy, Craig. Has your football finished, Rob? I did mute it, but because I can't mute the volume on my phone, it won't let me mute the volume if I'm in Restream. It will let me take it down to like 5%. I can't completely mute it, so I get feedback on the phone that then feeds back. Let me try and do it as. Can I do it if I go to? Yeah, if I go to YouTube, I'm going to go into YouTube as my other account.
Out. Ferrets will eat you.
So, let me put that link in again.
You run.
Oh, is it Hull City playing, Rob? So I think this just takes me into Restream as me. Video.
Out the cupboard. Thank you. Sticky out.
It's me again.
Where's your mums? I'm feeding the dog.
That's the one. So I'm just going away from the screen a minute. I wanted to the lights are off, but I wanted to show you. Where is this? There. So can I put this one? Yeah. So yeah, there's the plant. Planted. It's mirrored, so it's actually the other way around. But from this angle, it doesn't look very high. But if you look at it from this angle, then obviously it's backwards. But if you look at it from this angle, it's 25 centimeters. So that's a good foot of soil in this back corner. And what I was on about doing was from probably the back here, running that rotala up that back. That's what I was probably looking to do. There's no light on this. And you can probably hear me dog as well. Move, George. Move. 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 Okay, let's go now. Move. You're going to get run over. Move. Just stands there, pugs. They just stand there, they don't care. They just stand there, so
Enver,
get back into chat.
leave it.
Yeah, I'd have to. I think what I could do, Sam, is on my phone I've put a developer thing in where I can turn off access to microphone and stuff, so no apps can use my microphone. So if you're worried about people spying on you when your phone's in your pocket and set on your laptop, you can actually put it into you lock down all the sensors mode, and that's microphone, speakers, camera. You can literally lock it down so none of your apps can get access to your camera, your mic and stuff. You can literally just lock it down. So maybe that would work.
Well, whoever's spying on me through my phone is probably enjoying the ride. Crying with me and laughing with me.
What I want to try and do, and I could probably do it here with a long cable, is my DJI vlogging camera. I've done something where I've set it up and I can use it as a secondary camera. So Sam Shrimponius Maximus helped me test it ages ago to see if I could do it from my desktop, and it worked. So I can do that. I couldn't set a camera up in the garage. It'd be nice because I'd need like a 25, 30-foot lead, but I don't know if you can get 30-foot USB-C leads. Probably can.
You probably can. I bet you can.
And I guarantee you somebody will trip over it if I do it and smash my camera to bits. 4 basic needs: eat, drink, sleep, and mate. Smash the like button. Thanks, Rob. It's free. Pixelated a bit, Glenn. Ben's probably on FIFA. Your ears. So has my volume gone up again?
No, you still sound okay.
That's hand picking your wig off.
Don't fall off the table.
Yeah, that might work. Cool. So anyone got anything to discuss? Anyone want to see anything on the auctions next week, next Saturday? I know what Rob's going to say, and I won't have time to get it in. Rob's going to say, you should get some of that wood in. And massive pieces of Corbo catfish root. Sorry, I'm playing with the roller sellotape.
That's okay.
So Rob's going to, Rob will say, get some more of that wood in. But,
I'm hoping we'll see.
I'm
hoping my family give me money for my 30th birthday in October, opposed to just things they think I need now I'm 30.
My daughter was 30.
My mum bought me a heated clothes dryer last year. She told me she was buying me a dishwasher. I actually needed that.
my lad's 20, coming up 21, and he's. My wife said to me earlier, he asked about Christmas, and he gave her a list, and there was 2 knives, chef's knives, that he wanted. And she says, well, how much are they? He says, they're £500 for the 2. Sam's a chef.
You could give him £100 towards the set. Do you know what I mean? Be like, I know this is what you wanted. This is all I've got.
do you know what I'd love? Have you seen those pans that have got like a hexagonal pattern in them?
Yeah.
Those non-stick pans. They're not cheap, but yeah, I'd love a set of those. So I did. I seasoned my first wok last weekend or the weekend before, and it's not I watched a YouTube video and the bit. So they said to boil water in it for an hour, wash it with soap and water because it takes off this coating that the manufacturers put on.
Yeah.
Then you heat it and you get like a cooking oil on a rag and you sort of wipe it round.
Yeah, and you like whoosh it on.
The bit where the water was is the only bit that hasn't sealed properly, but the bit where I didn't fill it up to the brim and boil water in has sealed perfectly. So I think I should have sealed it without washing it first. Just wash it with soap and water.
Strange.
Yeah, so I need to reseal that. I'll probably do that tomorrow as well. I was in the right place, Mum. Yeah, so get some of that wood in. I knew it'd say it. So if anyone, I mean, I might do it for the end of October one. I might do it for the end of October one. I'm going to meet one of my wholesalers. Oh, a cooler. Yeah, marine. An aquarium cooler. The ones that are like AC units that run through so what you pump water through them and it keeps it at constant temp. Because heat kills marine stuff.
I had to stop keeping oxalotls because my new flat's temperatures just doesn't go down. It's too well insulated. Windows open all the time.
I think Keith's on a streaming ban.
Streaming ban?
I think so.
Why?
I feel like I can hear Sam said he feels like he thinks you're making some coffee. He's heard a grinder in the background.
Yes, coffee. It's definitely coffee.
It's the is it matcha tea, and you like it finely ground, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
I knew Rob would love the discus. Well, I tell you what, it's sorry, I'm clicking my vape. Look,
there's a discus they've got over at Reptasia, and they've had the little bugger there for the last couple months. And every time I see him, I really want to bring him home. He's only 20 quid. He's on half price because he's been there so long, and he's not even gotten that much bigger. He's about the size of my palm.
They're beautiful fish.
He's a wild type as well, and he's in there with a little mate.
When they get big, look at my strong gun. When they get big, and there's like a group of them in a massive planted aquarium, in and out of the plants, man, they are so stunning. Angels. As soon
as my water levels, my water levels are now almost spot on what I need them to be, so I need to start planting the heck out of it, and then I can add in.
What Jeff's put in, no one's mentioned it. It looks like there's a hand dropping something in your head. So what I need is I need a big Rizzler here. Let me change.
They're styling your hair while you're live.
Let me change that.
It's been like that the whole time.
Let's put that one up. Yeah, it looks like someone's doing a bit of a sprinkle. See, I never used to use
like when you go to the Turkish barbers.
I never used to make coffee that way. What I used to do is I used to get the coffee beans and break them apart in my hands.
Okay.
I never used to do my coffee the way you do. I used to pick it apart.
My mum used to rub it between two coins.
Oh well. Get a bit of a copper taste on
it. She said she'd use silvers, not the 2-piece.
Discus and angels. I mean, a shoal of angels. I know there's a bit of aggression with them, but a shoal of angels in a big planted tank.
See, I've wanted angels for a really long time because growing up, that's what my mum always had in my dad's community tank, which was for all of us. But what I've learned about angels over the last couple of years is why I haven't got any. I know they're no good, I know, Rob.
I wish Heathcote's tank here in Carlton was a discus tank. 3,300 gallons. Oh man, GB.
Yeah, what size is the fish tank you're sitting in at the moment?
100% Sam. And we used to have this old Galliano bottle, which was very. I don't know if you've ever seen a bottle of Galliano. I think it's an Italian liqueur. It's really
Big
tall,
bottle.
very thin, and it was copper wrapped at the bottom and heated, and then dropped in water, so it was a perfect cut, and it was ground down. And the nice thing about it was when it got used for absolutely ages, the residue that built up inside it, you could actually scrape
out and heat up
as well. Yeah.
I always get asked why I don't clean my glassware in certain areas, and I'm like, because that is clean, I can use that.
What do you want me to drop a link to, Rob?
But if you clean, Glenn, if you ever use again, you can clean your glassware for your coffee beans. You can clean it in isopropyl alcohol, quite a high percentage, and then you evaporate the isopropyl alcohol and you can smoke what's left.
2 seconds. That stuff.
Yeah. I think I've been told to use 90% now. Because it used to be about 70, but they said like the higher you use now, the better. But it's evaporating it takes ages.
I know some guys in Birmingham that used to use the butane trick.
Yeah, that's dangerous though. Gone wrong.
And they were doing it in a shed.
Oh my days! Did it blow up?
And one of them lit a cigarette.
You should never leave Teach and Chong around butane gas.
Butane gas, yeah. Absolute idiots. Just like put a cigarette in his mouth and went.
Literally just went like.
I think as soon as he clicked it,
yeah,
he thought, "I've up here." It was at that moment he knew that he'd
fucked
up. That's the extent of my coffee glassware. And then this lad, he's passed away now, Tony. This lad that used to live a couple of doors away, he had this old like stone pipe, and it was flat, completely flat.
Yeah,
about as thick as your finger.
Yeah,
with a little bowl and a gauze in.
It looks like a little crystal on its side.
It looked like a coffin.
Yeah, I know the one you're on. I know what you're on about. Yeah, I've seen them.
But the mouthpiece, you know, the old thin plastic drinking straws.
Yeah.
Was a perfect fit for one of those.
Is it?
And that's all he used it for. So he could put one of these little old thin, the small ones. You know what you put in
that would make it so much easier, because I've tried one of them before, and putting the whole square bit in your mouth's a bit clunky.
Yeah. Yeah, but back then there was no matcha tea. It was all solid coffee grounds. Yeah. Back then, so 99% of what we had then was came in solid.
Yeah, so when my mum asked for some a couple of years ago, because she ended up having surgery for many issues, like lots of pain basically afterwards. And they put her on morphine, turned out she was allergic to it. So they gave her ketamine and she didn't like it. So she asked me to get her some, because when she had cancer in her 20s, that's what she medicated with. And I said to her, I can only get you flour. I can't get you solid. I was like, I need to find a contact for that. She was like, what do you mean? That's all you used to be able to get? I was like, well, it's really hard to get now. Yeah. But I actually have a contact for it, so I normally always have a little bit aside if she needs it, sort of thing. Because she doesn't like the flour, and she says it's not the same.
It's strong. The flour's strong.
Yeah.
More like a coffee fudge. Yeah, caramel latte. Caramel latte. Rob, what are you doing? Do you want to
I can't see comments. My iPad died, so I have no idea what Rob's doing.
Oh, can't you see the comments on your phone?
No, it doesn't come up when you're a guest.
Oh, where?
I can
I'm
see
sure.
a mini. Oh, hang on. I found them. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you have to down the one side. You can change your layout and your background and everything.
When I was here originally, I'd done it through the YouTube app, so it was an extension. But when I left and came back, because I was upside down, I opened it in like Safari or Google browser, and this time I've got a lot more options. Rob, I am not doing that. Ask Glenn nicely. Maybe give him some rabbit snails, and he'll do it.
So I don't know if it was you that put this up, but I saw it somewhere, and it was we're on the aquatic theme, and it was something to ponder and think about, and it was starfish have their mouths in the center of their body.
Yeah, mermaids wear them as a bra.
And if you think about it, mermaids wear them as bras. Yeah, I thought.
How do they stay on? No wonder mermaids are always like trying to lure people in. They're constantly excited.
That's what you need, Rob. You need a couple of starfish, not chocolate ones. So Charlotte, in your settings, so if you go to settings where you change the camera, in those settings you should have virtual backgrounds as well. And you'll just get the default ones, but you can upload your own.
I turned my camera off by accident. Where am I?
So in settings where you change your camera, you should be able to, there should be an option in there for virtual background.
Yeah.
Use the force, fill the chat. I could open up YouTube and give you guys I can give you guys I could give you guys early access to my next Star Wars video.
That would be cute.
So Raina says the bigger males with clownfish, aka Nemo, turn female. So they're polymorphic, or whatever the word is. So one if you've got all clownfish are male and one becomes a female in the group. So Raina says the bigger male mate with clownfish, aka Nemo, gets female. So what does Marlin want from Nemo? He wants to go and see Muhammad Al-Fayed. That's what he wants to see. Although he's dead now. So you've frozen now, I think, Charlotte.
Yeah, I've got no camera at all now. Hold on. I fixed it.
Let's go back to that one. But yeah, you should be able to go into those settings and change to a virtual background and create your own. So you could take a photo of one of your tanks and have that as your background. I can hear someone typing.
Oi! Stop it!
Oh,
That's the polecat. Flora! Oh, it's Luna! Stop it! Butthole.
Oh, your background's come up.
Woo!
A buried shrimp.
We are in the shrimp.
If I mean, what you can see behind me is my headrest on the chair.
Yeah.
So that sort of glitches. But if you've got a plane, like if you put a white sheet behind you, if you put a white sheet behind you or a green screen or a black screen, it would just
I've
be
got a green
solid.
blanket. Hold on.
You wouldn't get any background. I want one of those. So I've already got a background, and it's on like like a photography studio where you get like that T frame.
Yeah.
You can get them with clamps on, which I want, but I've got the dogs to the side of me and stuff, so the snoring their heads off, and poor Oleg's got cancer.
Aww.
George is climbing over to
I
come
did
and
a
say
green
hello.
blanket, but it likes that even less.
Oh, does it? I think you have to tell it that there's a green blanket behind you in settings. There's something in settings where you tell it that it's a green blanket. I think I've got mine on auto. But if you tell it it's green, you have to have a green background. What's that noise? Probably a ferret. Sounds like a typewriter. She's
Yeah,
teaching
they're playing in a tube.
She's teaching the ferrets how to email, pretending to be Nigerian princes with millions in the UK bank. That's what it is.
That don't work.
Oui. I want Rob to come in and show us the just for a couple of minutes. I want him to come in and show us the discus. Jeffro's Wi-Fi is strongest in the bathroom. Charlotte's frozen again. So come on, what do you guys? Obviously, UK and US, because Jeff's in the chat as well. So what would you guys like to see in next week's auction? Put your wish list out, and we'll see what we can do. Oh, lost Charlotte again. No worries, Rob. I need to do some heavy medication. I'm gonna try and get some sleep tonight. I did have an hour earlier, but last night I popped into Jeff's live for an hour, 3 a.m. here, I think, and I did an hour, dropped some trams. Was absolutely tripping by the time I went to bed. And as I sat in bed, I must have had about 20 minutes, and then I'm sort of wide awake, tramadol, feeling horrible. Hate opioids, absolutely hate them. But I'm not sure. Can someone drop a comment, because I'm not sure if you guys can see me or it's ended, or I'm not sure if I'm limited to 2.5 hours on here. I wouldn't have thought so. I'd have thought it would go sort of indefinitely. And my Stream Elements is still popping stuff in chat. Cream the Tans. Rob wants Crips, L46, LO46 Super Whites, Heckle Discus, Apistos. So if anyone in the UK is an Apisto breeder and you want to put some lots in on the YouTube one, yeah, cool. If anyone in the UK wants to put some lots up, just get in touch with me. So you can get in touch with me at info@gbshrimp. Put that in. But it'd be nice to get some other people putting some stuff in. This is me typing. But yeah, if anyone, I can put some caves up. I can put a bundle of caves up if you want, Keith. I need to have a look at what they cost me to get in. But yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Even if there's a few pennies made, it's pennies made. It's turnover, isn't it? So Bulgarian seal points. So yeah, that we could probably do with getting some breeders into the fold, and probably do with getting some breeders into the fold and getting some more lots up. I know a guy that breeds rams. How would I get in touch with him? He's not far from me either. He doesn't. He's 25 minutes, 20 minutes in the car. But do you remember? I don't know if you were ever in were you ever in the raffle group, Charlotte? The
Some
aquatic
of them.
raffle groups.
I was in some of them, not all of them.
Where I was admin and all of the admin.
No, I wasn't in that one.
Yeah, we weren't happy with some
of the way it was
underhanded
being done.
dealings that were going on and the way raffles were being drawn and stuff like that. There was, somebody was disliked, they'd never win a raffle and it weren't right. So loads of us left, and he was very pally. This guy who breeds he's been here. This guy who breeds the rams, I think he breeds the pistos as well. He's very, very good friends with that guy, and I really fell out with that guy. Sort of, he tried to destroy me on social media.
It's not necessary.
He was really nasty. Just like fake reviews on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah.
And with Facebook reviews, you can't take them down.
No.
Oh wow. You can't. I've lost my train of thought now. Rob's threw me off. Jeff, I'd like to see more plants, more albinos, maybe hardware. People are hoarding pumps, caves, stuff like that. I could do I could do like an air pump heater pack maybe in the UK. Air pump heater filter pack, something like that.
No way. How did they make it through Royal Mail?
Yeah.
What?
I suppose that's the way to do it, isn't it?
That's crazy.
My uncle ships bees through the post. Queen bees and stuff.
You're allowed to post insects though. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah. Yeah, dwarf cichlids are lovely.
Like, I'd love to be able to put up the fairies Rob's given me on auction, but I wouldn't know how to go about posting them, and it costs so much if I did it the way it's supposed to be done.
Yeah, that was it. Craig's just said something. So yeah, what he did was he'd just set up a business, which I pretty much guarantee wasn't legit. It wasn't done properly. He set up a business. And,
he just decided to start selling stuff and said he was a business. He didn't register
so what he was
or
doing,
anything.
He was buying bulk foods from herons, repackaging them, raffling them off.
Oh wow!
That's what he was doing.
Yeah, my green head.
Fish was warm and toasty, packed very well, meth blue with charcoal in the bags. Are you gonna do anything with botanicals? I could do.
Oh, you could do. Your botanical mixed lots.
Yeah, I need to make some.
You could do some small, medium, and large mixed, or you could do some with some plants, so like people could glue their own on, or.
I do a standard and a luxury box.
You could do like a mini scape and a large scape, so you get a couple bits of botanicals, maybe a little bit of wood, and like the cholo and that. I know you haven't got your actual bits of wood in, and then like a little plant or two. Like I know they wouldn't be cheap, but that would definitely be worth the money.
I could probably do one with a small piece of bogwood and stuff as well.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
So I complained it was a fake review. It was 100% him. Rob knows him. It was 100% this guy. And I knew it was him by something he'd said, because when I got on with him, I mentioned something to him that I'd only ever spoken to him about.
One of the only people you told.
And he put it, and it was in the comment. It was, I'd sooner go to this shop because they're cheaper and you get better customer service. and it was the only person who I actually said those are my biggest competitor.
Yeah.
So you know, it was just ironic, but Rob threatened him actually. But
Of course.
cut a long story short, Facebook weren't interested. A review's a review, so you couldn't remove the review. You couldn't even ask Facebook to remove the review, that it was fake, and prove that it was fake. The only thing you could do was switch off the ability to have reviews on your page. So I did, and he set up a page, and we hammered it with poor reviews, and all he could do was switch it off.
Yeah.
That's all he could do. So yeah, it was. I mean, I don't care. It's the truth. There was a woman who'd run a raffle, and they were drawing the raffle and videoing it and putting a time in.
Right.
And they didn't like her, so they redrew the raffle so it wasn't her that won it, and quickly videoed it and posted that video up.
Wow.
So she should have won it and didn't, and she spent loads. But they didn't like her because when they'd ask her to make payment, she was like visiting her dad in hospital or something. So you were always waiting to finish a raffle because she hadn't paid for her tickets. And they changed it eventually to the point where they changed it eventually so that, well, if you've got the time to ask for tickets, pay for them, because if you don't pay at the time of getting them, you're not getting them.
Yeah.
Type thing. Rob did what Glenn didn't, and I hammered him. Yeah, it was just shrimp oars, man. Aquatic oars. Yeah, Rob, look at this. Read this comment. It was proper non-stop, just you're having...
So do you remember one of the groups we were in, and there was a certain young lady who was constantly in and out of hospital with her heart?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
well,
I know this story.
Me and Nikki got to the bottom of that one because people wanted to send her things, and a few of the other people had actually gone through this themselves and felt really bad. And Nikki and me just had a feeling she was lying, and we knew where she worked. She'd given too many details, and on Facebook she'd show where she lived. So me being me went on Google Maps and went, this is where she lives, and she said she works at blah blah, and there's only one, and it's 5 minutes from her house, like she said the walk is. This is where she works. So Nikki being Nikki phoned the store when she said she was in having surgery and asked if she could talk to her, and the store manager, well, whoever answered the phone, broke GDPR and was like, sure, we'll put you on the phone with her. And she was like, hello, and Nikki was like, oh, are you feeling all right? I thought you had surgery earlier.
Yeah, or it weren't people sending her loads of stuff?
Yes.
They felt sorry for
her. Yes. Like buying her raffle tickets, sending her spiders and insects and geckos and all sorts. All this free stuff. And she blocked loads of people and then went to another group. So a couple of people went over there and just pushed everything from ours. It was crazy though, like major scamming.
There was spider wars as well. And,
there was.
Loads of people allegedly got scammed. I have a lot of faith in people, and I stuck by her and never had a problem. I saw enough
evidence to know that they were just trying to get like freebies, shall we say?
Yeah. Ogres have many lives as well, Rob. People message me, remove this person from your channel. Next minute they're saying hi. One of the funniest ones that me and Rob saw was we did a giveaway, and you'll notice on my groups now I don't do many giveaways. I might do one at 1,000, and it's something small.
Right.
And the reason I don't do them is because it's always the same people who never buy anything off you, and they're just like freebie hunters.
Yes.
And I can't remember where it was. We did a giveaway. I think it was on Band. I put a load of shrimp up, as a giveaway when Rob's page hit 1,000 or 2,000 or something like that. And rather than post them, the guy lived about 45 minutes away from me. So I hand delivered them.
Yeah.
I passed him the shrimp. He didn't even say thank you. Just said, he said, "Oh, these what I want." Grabbed them. See you later. Nice to meet you. And off he went. We saw him. Asking for fish rescue. I've just rescued these. I need a tank and a heater. People were giving him heaters. People were giving him tanks and heaters, and then a week later, he was selling a tank and heaters and these mollies or whatever he'd rescued. Like,
That's nasty.
the LO46 scam got heaps. Oh, was this? There was another one. A guy in Nottingham, and he ripped off loads of people with plecos and stuff, like rare plecos that he was supposed to be selling. And the police were involved in that, and nothing was done. Nothing was ever done about it. They said the police's answer was he's got mental health issues. They didn't.
So he got away with it.
And it was proved. Guy was driving a BM and everything. Is that right? It was wrong chat. Sorry.
Let's put it this way: the people we're talking about who have caused issues aren't in any of these chats. So.
But yeah, I do message. Can't think of a name. I do message the person I had spiders off occasionally, see how she is.
I still am in contact with her.
Yeah. But she got browbeat, and I think a lot of it was other people jealous.
Yeah, no, a lot of it is coming to light because it got further processed with like solicitors and shit, and it all comes down to the fact that they've got nothing to fall on, and they've actually started doing it to a couple other high-end breeders that we all know of. So it's now proven, because this is like the fourth person they're doing it to in the last like 12 months, that they are literally just trying to destroy their competition mentally, like bullying tactics.
Yeah.
It's really wrong. But the person we're talking about, who we're both still kind of in contact with, she's done now. She's only keeping what she's got, and she's selling everything else off.
Bullied to death.
Pardon?
Absolutely bullied to death.
Yeah, bully them to death. She can't deal with the mental strain and that anymore, and she's moving on with her life. It's sad because she did actually produce some really, really pretty babies.
I've got his butt rope still alive. Died, didn't he?
Yeah, butt rope didn't make it, bless him. He had a mismoult.
That mine lived for about a year. My male Rastafari. I've still got everything else though, but they're getting on a bit. And the Bahamas, the white phase Bahamas. Every time I go in the room, she's there having a look. She watches you. She watches you, and then I've got two. So I've got two that are sort of similar age, Regal and the Bahamas. They're probably coming up to 18 months old, and then I've got.
Sweet.
They're probably I7. I've got an Apache Cola.
Yeah.
And what else have I got? And something else, I can't remember. A Sorella.
I've got a female cola that I won off that breeder I sent to you in a giveaway. It was like, guess how many in the sling, and I came second. And then I bought a mystery male Sora off her last month, and they were both born around January, February this year. But they're a nice size. They're both about I8, I9. And then I've got a baby off of the other lady we were talking about.
These two are green bottles.
she sent me a young one because I was considering breeding, but I didn't know if I'd be all right raising small ones. So she sent me a small one, and he's doing all right, but he's only like I4 or I5. He's absolutely tiny, but he's a cola.
Yeah. So a cola, a Syrah, a Bahamas, and a Regal I've got, but I wouldn't mind an Audax or a Johnson Eye.
Yeah. I don't
But
think I want to breed
really,
them after raising
no,
such
never.
a small one. It's so hard getting the little ones to eat sometimes.
I wouldn't. I've just had to order some green bottles actually, but what I should do really is I should just go to a fishing tackle shop
And grab some.
and just ask them to sell me a handful of maggot and tongue feed the maggot, because it's probably it's probably better for them, got a better fat content than the fly itself. And then any that, even if you've got a handful, just caster the rest up.
If I don't have flies ready, I just give the spiders mealworms, but I remove the heads.
But you use mealworms anyway, don't you?
Yeah.
I've got to buy a pack of mealworms for 4 spiders that are probably going to have 1.
And if I have
each.
absolutely nothing, I chuck in the curly wings or the fruit flies for the main spiders. I'll give them just a load to chunk down.
Yeah.
On as little snacks while I'm waiting for the casters to hatch.
I've put fruit flies in today. One's just come out of molt, and I put 4 little fruit flies. But I reckon they will take a green bottle, but they don't empty it. So that they'll take a green bottle, but they don't. The big ones will just absolutely drain a green bottle, but these they're like half empty, and then they get a really good abdomen on them, so they know when to let go. It's they say, you can overfeed them, and they end up snapping in half, and they know when to let go. They don't just grab hold of it and finish it.
Unless you've got a particular greedy one, it's not normally an issue.
And at the moment, those are probably getting fed once a week, once a fortnight, something like that. Craig's got spiders as well.
Yeah, he does.
He's got a basket full of dog stuff for the dog. Footlongs for Banter. But yeah, that guy, we banned him from groups, and he was just a sponge, an absolute sponge. He was on every giveaway. He was asking for stuff for rescue. I mean, there's one name that I will mention. He's based in Northern Ireland. He's set up a fish tank, a fish rescue, a reptile rescue. He's set up a fake business and was buying in Tropica plants to his address under a different business name that was a legitimate business. And ripped a load of people off. And again, we've hammered him a little bit. He never did me for a lot. It was 15 quid, but it was the principle of the matter. And Dennis Dunn, his name is. So he's based up in Derry, Londonderry. He's based up that way, but he's set up aquatic rescues, fish rescues, reptile rescues. But he's getting stuff for free and selling it 100%.
That's crazy.
100%, and I'll name that name, Dennis Dunn, D-U-N-N. I was actually in Northern Ireland, and at the time I was working in Northern Ireland, and if I'd have had his address, I'd have gone and knocked his door. And Derry, Londonderry isn't really a place you want to mess about, you know what I mean? But I was just so, I really wanted to go and knock his door. And we've got some history of dickheads over the years that we can probably name them on one hand, but me and Rob have that was it. Rob's actually said that better. It was used, so he opened a Tropica account. He used someone else's phone number. So
how did he not get arrested?
Well, it was illegal. Of course, it was illegal.
It's amazing what you actually get away with that you shouldn't get away with.
Oh yeah, I was watching some chaps yesterday, and it was about obviously nothing to do with Good Party Town, so it is. I was watching. I forgot Mickey's from over that way, but we were watching some. I was working near Polglass, Mickey, up in Belfast, just outside Belfast, Polglass. But I've completely lost my train of thought now. Mickey's through me. Yeah, the VAT registered number. So he was using someone's VAT registered number, and we were chatting in some groups yesterday, nothing to do with aquatics, about you say something a little bit impolite or a little bit un-PC on social media, you're getting
Yeah.
locked up. But if you pay for thousands of photos of children and you work for the BBC, you get a suspended sentence. How's that justice? The world's just crazy. I'm talking of Hugh Edwards, obviously, but just
because crime isn't punished on like what you've done. It depends on whether or not you can afford the fine.
If money's involved, if you rob a bank, you're getting jail time. If you kick the crap out of somebody, you're less likely to get jail time than if you rob a bank or a post office because there's money involved.
Yeah, but if you're poor and you get arrested, you're going to do the time. But if you're rich and you get arrested and you can afford the fine, you can afford not to do the time.
Blue Wizard. So I'm just going to pick up. Yeah. I was saying this to somebody the other day. The police, Keith, I think. The police, if you protest against the powers that be, and you go on a protest march, the police are there, but the police aren't there for our benefit. They're there to protect those in power who you're protesting against. So if you've got a despotic government, if you've got someone who's got hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of new glasses and suits and clothes for your missus off a donation, but you're all about helping the poor, just stinks. But the police aren't there for us. The whole justice system is the UK one. The whole justice system, the police swear an oath to the Crown. The military swear an oath to the Crown. The whole judicial system works for the Crown. So that whole judicial system is to protect the Crown from us. It's the Crown Courts. The clue's in the name. It's us and them, unfortunately. But I'm not gonna go on a mad one. But yeah, this guy wanted to live a champagne lifestyle on lemonade money. So this was what shrimp was on about, not White Wizard, Blue Wizard. So Blue Wizard is the same, identical in its dosing and the GH as GH plus LC. So 120 will give you 4 GH, which is okay, but 150 TDS is better in my opinion, and Rob will probably agree with me on that. My shrimp keeping's changed so much since I kept my shrimp at 5 GH, because I always kept them at 4 GH. So getting my TDS of GH plus LC to 150 gives me 5 GH. And my shrimp keeping massively changed. The other thing is, if you've got shrimp with white in them, having that higher, yes, you can keep them at 4 GH, but having them at 5 GH, you get better white in them. They produce better white pigments. I'm going to feed white stuff anyway, but you get better white pigments and stuff in the shrimp as well. Right, we've done nearly 3 hours. Wow. Should we go to 3 hours and then kill it? We got
It's up to you.
We got
It's your
4.5
stream.
minutes. I want Rob to come in for the last couple of minutes, but I think he's baked. I want to see them. There's plenty of time to see the discus. I'm sure we'll get to see him on a live.
He's got the lights all out tonight to let them settle in.
Allowed to keep native species. Are you all allowed to keep native species? There's some that are protected and some that aren't. So a 5-spine stickleback, as an example, would probably be a protected species that if you couldn't keep. Great crested newts, not a chance. Not a chance. Oh. I think Rob does as well. I think posting without, but yeah. So some you can, some you can't. Years ago, I've been fishing and I've pulled a couple of little baby perch out and had them in an aquarium, but they don't do well in aquariums. They're wild fish. But yeah, you can. As I say, there's some things you can, there's some things you can't, and yet there's other species that if you caught them, you have to take them out.
Yeah, you
So
can't
I
put
think
them back.
if you catch a signal crayfish, you're legally obliged to dispose of that because it's an invasive species,
Bit
and they're
like,
really good
isn't it,
eat.
Florida, if you catch a snakehead, you're not allowed to put it back, you have to dispatch it.
Yeah, because they're invasive. Yeah. Yeah, lights on there. Yeah, don't put the lights on. Just let them settle into routine, Rob. They can be really funny, discus. You can look at them one day and the discus could say, "Oh, you've looked at me funny," and keel over. They can be timid, but once they get comfortable, they're fine, and they're not difficult to keep. I mean, I'm talking. I kept them in the 80s, the late 80s, early 90s, when there was none of this. You know, you couldn't keep them on tap water. You had to have them on RO and stuff.
Do you not have any at the moment?
No rush, Mickey. Do I not have any discus? No, I haven't kept them for years. I had one of the best reef aquariums you've ever seen, and one bad purchase that died overnight
Oh,
destroyed the entire tank. And I'm talking probably 91, 92. There was at least 2.5 grand's worth of livestock in that tank, and I destroyed it overnight. So I had
what destroyed it?
a mallow anemone that when I bought it, the guy was a bit rough getting it off the glass, and I think he tore the foot, and it broke down overnight, just disintegrated, and everything in the tank died.
That's so sad.
And then there's other stuff that are banned from here. So when we were in the EU, you couldn't keep mystery snails and apple snails. They were
Yeah.
banned. They were classed as an invasive species. Since we left the EU after Brexit, you can. It's probably
Is that why I'm seeing them everywhere now?
Yeah, they were banned.
I
When I
was
worked in
sold
the trade,
mystery snails, which I actually believe was one mystery snail, one apple snail, because I'd get some of the clutches would be pink and some of the clutches would be white. It was really weird.
They can have different colour clutches though. Even the mysteries, I think, can have different colour clutches, but mainly pink. I could be completely wrong. When I worked in the trade years ago, apple snails were available, and it was EU legislation that changed that. I would love to be able to. I'd love Mexican dwarf crayfish, but they're illegal here. You can't have them.
Oh.
They're stunning little creatures, little tiny crayfish, little like a baby lobster. They don't get very
Have to be
big.
a secret.
But you can't get them. Just can't get them in this country. And I think I've looked on the fish.
They're invasive.
The fish in our, yeah. I've looked on the because it's EU. I've looked on the fish species that you can catch in the UK, and pumpkin seed is one of them, which is an American, a US fish. I've never seen them. I've never heard of anyone catching them, but allegedly, pumpkin seed are in the UK canal system.
Okay.
Or was it Spain that banned them? But yeah, pumpkin seed. And they're a lovely little fish, pumpkin seed. Jeff could get them. I think Jeff might even have one, or he's had them.
Maybe.
Pumpkin seeds, lovely little fish. And crappies, I think they call them crappies. There's another little fish called. They're called crappies, yeah. So when they go fishing for crappie and stuff.
That's brilliant.
Crawfish as well. So I watched a program with crawfish farms, and they do like a big boil up of crawfish.
Yeah.
They're massive, big tall pots, and it's like all Cajun cooking and crawfish and jambalaya and all that stuff. I've never tried crawfish. I weren't keen on lobster, if I'm honest. Electric blue, Oh yeah, man. Electric blue dwarf Mexican crayfish. I'll go live here at night. It's always quiet. A lot of crawfish farms. CPOs. I don't know what a CPO is. I probably do, but I probably just haven't got the abbreviation. It's the same. We've got tons in Austria, sunfish. Ah, yeah, pumpkin seeds are also called sunfish, aren't they? But they're
Oh,
alleged.
okay.
They're
Okay.
alleged. Not the ocean-going sunfish, the massive
But
things.
no,
They're,
I know the ones you mean. Yeah.
they're beautiful-looking fish. Absolutely beautiful-looking fish. Really, I mean, they look wicked in a big aquarium. But I know them as pumpkin seeds. But sunfish.
When I first
So
saw sunfish for sale at the LFS, I was like, I can't get that. I'd need a bloody ocean. And I didn't realise, this was a few years back, but I
different
didn't
fish, yeah.
realise that they were like the smaller ones.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like, how
that's
on
cool.
earth are they selling them?
Wicked. Is anybody planning on going live after this? I'm going to wrap up now, guys.
If not, I might pop up again. Why not? I'm not doing much. I just got to do a
I'll
watch.
send you the money from Mickey, Rob. Probably easier if Mickey just sends it to me and I'll
I think
send
Mickey
it to you.
said further
however you
down
want.
he sent you the money.
Oh, wicked, yeah. I saw it. I thought it said I'll send you. But no rush. They'll get posted out Monday anyway. Yeah, I like the orange ones as well, Rob. The Mexican, the dwarf Mexican one. So I'm going to wrap up there, guys. I think that's the longest stream I've ever done, 3 hours and 3 minutes. But thank you, Charlotte, for co-hosting.
No worries.
Thanks everybody for joining and
Thank
coming on.
you for joining in the raffle, those of you that did.
Yes, absolutely. And if anyone's after anything specific, you can email me or just drop a comment in here of anything you want after the event once it's uploaded, and we'll do our best. I know Keith wants in the tans, Grin and the tans, but it ain't happening anytime soon.
Well, you've got a botanical interest and wood interest.
I'll make a couple of boxes together. I'll do. I won't do loads of the same thing. I'll do probably a standard and a luxury.
Try and do, I don't know, like do like a micro, so like I don't know, £10-ish one, like a £20-ish one, and then like a fuck it one.
Yeah, I think mine are. I think my standard's about 15 quid, and my luxury's 30 quid. I think, but the luxury's got like cholla, catappa bark,
yeah,
which is expensive.
Yeah.
Catappa bark, loads of different leaves. I think there's 5
You could
different.
even do like a couple
packs of
where
leaves.
it's just a bit of cholo wood and then a plant that would be really good to go on the cholo wood.
That's not bad. I've got some teddy bear cholla left over, but they're not massive thick pieces. They're sort of a bit smaller or different. Could probably do them as well.
Yeah, so wood with a plant to go on it if they choose. If not, they can plant the plant elsewhere.
Any of the epiphytes will go on a bit of cholla.
Yeah.
Cool. So Craig said, you go live, Charlotte, but I think if you don't, Craig will.
It's up to you, Craig. I don't mind.
Well, why don't you both go live together?
It doesn't let us. It's really weird.
Oh, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. One screen's black and the other one isn't. And then the audio's crap on one and not the other. It's broken. That go live together on YouTube's broken.
It works for me and Rob, but it doesn't work for me and Jeff. It doesn't work for me and Belinda. It doesn't work for me and Craig. It's really weird. It'll let me and Joff do it sometimes, but not always.
It didn't let me and Rob do it last time.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't understand.
Black screen on mine. But cool, right, I'm going to wrap up there, guys. Thank you very much. I say what was going to be a short streams ended up being a 3-hour one, but it is what it is. Thanks, everybody.
You've got to go
Take care,
sort out your orders.
I'll do them tomorrow because I can't ship them till Monday anyway. They're already sorted. They're already in packs, but I
Don't
haven't
forget to
bagged them
write
up and
names
stuff.
on them.
Yeah, I'll sort it. Well, I've only sold. Well, both of mine are to Mickey.
Yeah.
No, one's to Mickey. Rob's got one to Mickey. I've got one to Mickey, and one to Sam.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, everybody.
Take care, guys.